Ladies and gents, we've done it. We have done it. Chelsea Football Club are back in a final, and not just any final, a very significant final. Ladies and gents, we are back in the final for this newly formatted Club World Cup. And boy, does it feel great to finally be back to where Chelsea should have never left, as Enzo Fernandez has said. Ladies and gents, big up to every single one of you. Be sure to smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We're accompanied by the panel of CP, Real Chicken Nugget Chris, as well as myself, Casually FC, Marshall DBDX, and we'll have more people on later, I'm sure. And listen, ladies and gents, if you haven't done so already, you guys know what to do. Come on in, wipe your feet at the door, smash that like. You guys know how we do this. We're going to start off with a quick summary of the match. Now, admittedly, like I said before, I went to the game. But like I mentioned multiple times, I had to go there straight from work. So I was late. And unfortunately, I missed the first João Pedro goal. It sucked. I missed that screamer of a goal from João Pedro. And ladies and gents, João Pedro started this game for us in the semifinal of the Club World Cup against his former team, Fluminense. Thiago Silva, also former Chelsea player, starting in the middle of a three up against us at Chelsea. And a very strong lineup. And Nkunku, who, let's admit, has been having better and better performances as games go on. No Reece James once again. I guess Enzo Maresca being very precautionary with his minutes, as he did feel some tightness in the beginning of the warm-up of the last match. Being precautionary with him, Malagusta comes in as the right back midfielder-esque role. And then Chalobah, who came in, or Tosin, who came in for a Levi Colwell as well, who was suspended for this game. And João Pedro up top, his first start as a Chelsea player. And boy, does he have the Chelsea fan base absolutely on smoke right now. But yeah, this guy. But yeah, great performance from the team. Started off as a pretty dominant performance from Chelsea. Mostly, most possession was on Chelsea's end. We did concede one or two chances that were close for Fluminense. For example, the goal line clearance of Cucurella, which I thought was in from the angle I was watching at. So I had already accepted defeat in that one. But then hearing people yell Cucurella around me, and not seeing a goal celebration, I was like, wait a minute, that didn't go in? Cucurella with a phenomenal goal line clearance. Robert Sanchez, you are lucky. You are lucky that Cucurella saved you on that one. Absolutely lucky that Cucurella saved you on that one, because a Neuer, a Magnan, a Kobel, a Courtois doesn't let that happen. Doesn't make himself wide enough. and I think it was Arias maybe or Cano that had attempted the shot on goal. And yeah, Cucurella with a brilliant clearance, absolutely focused on the game, paying attention to everything in his surroundings. We continue the game on. We're 1-0 up, obviously, from a João Pedro fantastic goal. I think it was who was it that had the I think it was João Pedro dispossessed the Fluminense players. So João Pedro basically created his own chance. Outside of the foot pass to the wide area to Pedro Neto, and Neto making the run. Neto, probably one of the best players in the tournament for Chelsea. I'm not going to lie to you. Absolutely brilliant, untouchable, winning so many duels. Just absolutely phenomenal performance from him. Crosses it in. Thiago Silva clears it. And unfortunately for him, lands outside the box to a Chelsea player, a João Pedro, number 20, who has time on the ball, takes a shot, side netting. Fabio couldn't get to it. Fabio did not have a chance to it. And big up everybody. It was Hercules. Thank you very much. So Hercules with the shot that Cucurella had to clear off the line. But yeah, brilliant goal. As you could tell, João Pedro did not want to celebrate it simply because it's his old boyhood club. They gave him a chance in pro, and so respect to him. Absolutely brilliant game from him as well. We continue on. A few, maybe 1 or 2 chances maybe created from Chelsea in that half, including a Malagusto header that went straight to Fabio. And maybe Cucurella shot outside the box that went wide, I believe. I can't remember too well. And then the second half comes in. Oh, welcome, S. Are you here to be negative? All right, welcome, because Chelsea made a final. I'm sure you didn't predict that. So we continue on. Second half, no changes have been made. No changes have been made whatsoever. And again, Chelsea, for the most part, controlling the game. Dominant display. Not completely dominant, because for the most part, when Fluminense would get the ball, we would kind of allow them to have the ball. And yeah, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, when they were on the ball, phenomenal performances from them as well. And once again, from I think it was a set piece that turned into a counter attack in the second half, around the 60th minute or so. Cole Palmer manages to get the ball out of the box, has a little tussle here and there, just barely manages to nick the ball far enough so that Enzo Fernandez can recoup it. Outside the boot, pass to João Pedro, who is in the wide area. João Pedro, all of us thinking he might pass this to a Cole who's running in behind, or Enzo who's running, but no. João Pedro cuts onto his right foot. Quick shot. Powerful shot. Hits the crossbar, bounces down inside the goal, and just like that, Chelsea are now 2-0 up. João Pedro on a brace. Absolutely brilliant shot for him. Again, doesn't celebrate because it's his former boyhood club, but an absolutely phenomenal game from the player. Gets subbed off shortly after, not really given the chance to get his hat trick, but that's probably because he's probably not fully match fit for 90 minutes, but it's okay. Might as well rest him for the next game against PSG, ladies and gents, because if you saw today's result, 4-0. PSG 4, Real Madrid 0, which I can't be too surprised about. This Real Madrid team is nowhere near as good as people like to think they are, and we'll talk more on Real Madrid and the result as well. But yeah, great performance from Chelsea. Great performance from individuals. Moises Caicedo seems to be okay. Rolled on his ankle at the end of the game there. Andre Santos came on, had a few minutes. Isugo is out with an injury. I don't know how big of an injury it is. Lavia also still out with an injury. Jackson came back on after being suspended. I thought he had an all right performance. Wasn't horrible. Nani Madueke I thought was absolutely shit. Nothing he did really came off. And then who else am I missing that came on? I think Reese came on, from Malagusto. Malagusto, another player that I thought was okay. Yeah, I thought he was okay to pretty decent, actually. So I think his form, hopefully, is starting to turn around. Hopefully, we can see the best of Malagusto in future games and be more reliable, because I'm not going to lie, he still makes me nervous. But overall, great performance from Chelsea. Tactically sharp. Maresca got it right at the day. And I got to also say, big up to Thiago Silva. I'll pull up the picture in a little bit, but big up Thiago Silva. Great performance from him as well. And at the end of the game, in the locker room, with the Chelsea Thiago Silva 6 jersey. Held that up for the pictures. Absolutely legend of the game. Love that player and love watching him play. But we'll go with CP. We'll start off with you. We did Chris last time. And, Chris, now would be a good time to use the potty. Not before when we're chatting.
I went.
Yeah.
Will you do like a 2-minute break?
No. You know what, chat? You know what Chris does? You know what Chris does? You know what Chris does, chat?
Fucking talk like no tomorrow.
He comes in. He comes in.
What Marcel was doing.
Like, we're like, we're getting here around 6-ish and stuff, and we're chatting in the background, which is why we're late. Don't really give a fuck. You could have gone then. Instead, you want to chat about bullshit and shit. And then when the stream starts, all of a sudden, oh, I gotta go. It's like, bro, why couldn't you just go before we start?
You distracted me.
What if that? Oh, blame me for your lack of self-control. This motherfucker.
I was gonna go, but then
you
had a howler take. Yeah.
Look at this.
I don't think I had a howler take, but go ahead, CP. Your summary of the game, man. I'm not going to the final, by the way, people. I committed to a show with the band months ago. I can't do both.
Shit.
I really, it's really sad, unfortunately, but yeah, it's
I thought you'd go.
It is what it is. No, I really wanted to. I tried everything I could to try and go, but yeah, I just can't.
Do you think you can make it to, if we knock on wood, if we win? Like, if there's like the pubs around the place, maybe there's lots of Chelsea fans, celebrating them. Maybe you could join for the after party in a sense.
Maybe, but it'll be late, and I'll be in Philly, which is 2 hours away.
Oh,
so,
okay, then no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching it potentially with Jimmy and Goonie at the pub in Philadelphia, like the main Chelsea pub in Philadelphia, because I have a show in Philadelphia, so I'll probably watch it from there and celebrate from a distance if we win.
At least you still
Or
got to watch
cry
it.
from a distance. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it for sure.
Yeah, so watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in terms of the game, once again, loving what the manager's doing with the game plan in general and formations and so on and so forth. So liking that. The defenders for the most part looked great, except for that one little hiccup where Cucurella had to bail us out, but that was mostly on Sanchez, I would say, more than anything. Gusto had a decent game, nothing exceptional, but not bad at all. I don't think he did anything that bad. Defensively, he was solid. I would say that at the very least.
Almost scored.
Yeah. That's true. And then in terms of Pedro Neto, like, man's taking on his man, creating space, creating havoc, and just continue doing that, dude. You're adding GNA obviously to it, but continue doing that because that creates chances and space for others. Palmer had a more so okay, kind of quietish game, but he played his part in that second goal with the nice back heel to Enzo.
Tell me something I don't know, Rico. Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, and then Enzo had a decent game. Kaisedo was Kaisedo. No, Kaisedo wasn't Kaisedo. Kaisedo, yeah. And then, Kaisedo played that game. Sorry, yes, Kaisedo played that game. And then, Nkunku was okay. I think defensively
a lot of people were saying he was good, but
I thought he was good.
He did his job defensively pretty well on the ball. He didn't create anything.
Jackson.
Like he lost the ball.
I hope you say that.
Like he kept it pretty simple. Like he didn't do anything extravagant, I would say. So as long as you're not losing the ball in stupid places and making defensive errors, you had a decent game. João Pedro, fucking hell, what a way to enter the psyche of the Chelsea fan base, man. That's all I gotta say, because people were impressed with the little cameo he had the game before, and then I think the first goal perfectly encompasses João Pedro in terms of dropping in, linking up, and then being there on the kind of like a left half space because that's where he's more comfortable to use that technique to shoot that goal. And he did that again in the second goal in terms of he was driving in the left half space once again. He had options to pass. I would honestly say the runs made by the 4 people were not great. I mean the 3 other people, because they didn't give him great passing options. So I could see why João Pedro was like, let me just go for the shot. And what a banger of a fucking shot that was. So great by him. Subs wise, KDH came in late. Then Reece James had an okay game, like, shutting the game down in a sense. Madueke wasn't great. Jackson was okay. Like, link-up play was kind of okay. It's I would say it would be fully fine if one of the times he dropped in deep, he had a lazy pass that basically made Kaisedo try to go for the ball, which resulted in him hobbling off. Obviously, striking wise, he's trying to do too much because João Pedro's fucking on fire. And Madueke was okay, passing wise simple, dribbling wise fucking atrocious. So Arsenal, please buy him. That's about it.
I'm gonna address two things.
What?
With a particular nemesis of this chat. Which guys, I do not ban anyone just because they're being negative.
Why haven't I?
Ban them if they're being deluded. There's a
No.
difference.
They can be deluded.
They can be deluded. Don't be pricks.
No.
No isms.
Deluded doesn't just mean positive. Deluded can also be negative.
I know.
Right? Because S here, you can't give honest opinions now. What kind of channel is this? No, you can give honest opinion. But your honest opinion 2 months ago was that I was deluded for thinking Chelsea can make top 4. And you said you're realistic by thinking they couldn't. So now, before you also said, oh, there's no way. I'm sure you were saying, oh, there's no way Chelsea can make the final.
Of the conference
some
league,
of us,
I bet you were probably bitching about us beating Betis.
You probably thought we weren't going to win the conference league. Was that realistic?
I felt like most Chelsea fans would expect us to win
it. We're not asking for toxic positivity.
I'm not asking for toxic positivity, but when you say you're being realistic, I'm the one I'm being realistic. You're being deluded in a negative way because you just think this team is so shit that you're so stuck in that world and plagued by that view of it that you're actually delusional in a negative way. And you think that's your reality. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you might think it's realistic, but for other people that look at your point of view, you're delusional.
You can't say Marcel's toxic positive because everything he said in terms of top 4 and us getting Conference League actually happened. And you also thinking us not getting possibly top 4 when in 2020, when we had Frank Lampard, we literally saw people drop like fucking flies and we got a Champions League place. Also with Thomas Tuchel, we barely scraped Champions League his first full season because fucking Leicester beat Tottenham or something.
And Bale
bailed us out, basically.
Listen, sure, opinions can change. That's fine.
But yours hasn't changed. It's always been negative.
Yours hasn't changed. Every time Chelsea have a chance to win something, you're saying something negative. So one day maybe you'll realize that your vision of reality is skewed by negativity. Yeah. And to an extent, some of our visions are skewed in one way or the other. We try to be biased and based in the middle and stuff, but it doesn't always work that way, right? I understand that. But until maybe you realize that you don't give this team enough credit, then maybe at that point, your opinion will actually
honestly,
change.
I could hear your negativity when it came to this Club World Cup, but you saying what the negative for top 4 and you're saying you're basing it on evidence. I could base it off evidence. I've given you 2 seasons in the past 5 years where we've barely scraped top 4 because someone else helped us out in the last game of the season.
I know, like Yandu.
I mean, this season we actually wasn't top 4.
Yeah, we didn't even need help, but I'm just giving examples of evidence of 2 other seasons where someone had to help us out in the last game to get us top 4. So what the fuck? I've given you evidence. What are you talking about?
I mean, we have been negative on the board as well. Like sign a striker, Mike Mannion, we want him. Like, I don't know if S doesn't really like tune into like that type of stuff, the transfers, but we have been negative on them.
Yeah, I think we try to be fair. Like, and I said it, and I even said this on Twitter, right? And I'll say it here, and I think I even said in the last review, if the master plan for Maignan is that in January you're gonna sign him on a free, and you've like agreed handshake paper deal in the background, some bullshit, then I'll retract my statement on the directors, and I will admittedly give them praise and credit for a master stroke of a play in terms of a transfer. Because if we get Maignan on a free, no one is going to say, like, oh, wow, you should have gotten him earlier. No, I think a lot of us Chelsea fans are going to be like, holy shit, January.
He's on a free next summer.
I thought it was
January. You can sign him in January, technically, but...
Yeah, but he goes on a free in January.
So you're saying he could be the club...
We could get him on a free in January, but he joins us in the summer, yes.
Yeah.
Because he has a year left in his contract.
That's fine.
I would love to have him for the Club World Cup, but I mean we're at the final now.
I would love to have him for the league, please.
But we could be saying something different if Sanchez has a disaster with his team.
So on this, right? Because that brings up a good point. I'm gonna say this. We can start the match review like this, right? Because we already know what our opponents are now. Against PSG, I think when you look at the midfield battle, I would like to think I'm not being biased in saying this. I'm inclined. Well, it's not going to be Lavia. Even if it's not Lavia, let's say it's Santos. Yeah, let's assume Lavia is available, right? If it's Lavia, Enzo, Kaisedo, or Lavia, Enzo, or Kaisedo, Enzo, and Santos, I think I give us the edge there in terms of the better midfield. Not by like an astounding amount, but I think that midfield can definitely cause trouble. Vitinha versus Kaisedo. That's going to be the one to watch, right? I think someone like Vitinha up against someone like Kaisedo is not going to give Vitinha all the space that he's always being given in all of these games that we watch, right? Because that's one thing that Vitinha does. Like, and he's good about being press resistant as well. I'm not going to deny that either. Like Kaisedo, if he's going to have the job of being on Vitinha, he's going to have to make sure to not let Vitinha turn him, to stay on him, dispossess him as much as possible. Do not give him space to pass, right? So I give our midfield the edge in the matchup. In terms of defense, they don't have Pacho. They have an aging Marquinhos. And Marquinhos is good, like Thiago Silva is good, but he's not as good as Thiago Silva.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so I think there is a mistake in Marquinhos that can happen. I think under pressure, under a press, he can be vulnerable. I've seen some passes where he barely gets it off. I think Bayern is going to be the best script for this. In terms of defense, I think our defense is probably equal. Because our defense has been pretty good. People don't want to admit it. Third best defense in the Premier League.
If you're going
Levi Colwell has not conceded a single aerial duel this whole entire tournament. And on top of it too, we've only conceded 3 goals this whole tournament.
We conceded 3 in one game.
Four.
Yeah.
4. No, we didn't concede 3 in a game.
Yeah, we did. We lost 3-1.
Oh no, we did lose 3-1. It wasn't 2-1. So yeah, 3. So 5 goals.
Yeah.
So 3 to Flamengo.
The game we threw.
1 to Benfica. 1 to Palmeiras.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the defense has shown in this tournament that it's improved over time. So I think defensively we're gonna be all right. We have Cucurella, and if Reece James is fit, both those players on the wing, I think Reece James can do a number on Kvara. I don't think he'll give Kvara any of the space or allow him any of the chances that he gets. Cucurella is Cucurella. So even if you put Due or Dembele,
Due is good though. Cucurella will be tested that game. He will be tested.
Cucurella was able to lock up Lamine Yamal.
I know.
So I don't think if logic takes place, I don't think Due is better than Lamine Yamal.
I mean, he locked up Salah. Have we seen?
I think our left-hand side is going to be fine. The right-hand side is where a bit more of a battle is going to happen. And I don't even know exactly. If it's Malo Gusto, pray. If it's Malo Gusto, pray. I'm just saying, pray. But if it's Reece, I think we stand a good chance. And then in terms of the attack, their attack is better. Their attack is better. I'll just say that. But
I mean,
ours is not that far off.
5 goals this season, I think. Dembele.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on fire. He is literally, he could win Ballon d'Or. He really can easily.
I think our attack is going to struggle to break down that defense, but I don't think it'll be impossible. But especially through the middle, I think their attack is better in terms of like if we get caught in a counterattack, they're just so fluid in that counterattack. They're really good in that counterattack, and they have pace. But I think our attack isn't that far off either. I think Neto has been phenomenal. Our best attacker, in my opinion. If João Pedro plays, I think we stand a good chance as well. Who's been playing on the right?
Nkunku. Nkunku's our another attacker. We've been playing Nkunku a lot this tournament.
Nkunku hasn't been terrible, but I don't think he's better than anyone.
Oh no, he's not better than their wingers.
He's getting walked up.
But that's overall my analysis, like the overall general analysis of the game. Like, do you guys agree, disagree? Like, where do you guys? Sorry, Chris.
I'm gonna say like, I think our defense is better. Like they showed it, like in the Premier League top 3 with Sanchez behind them. They have at least Donnarumma behind them, where I know Donnarumma's been questionable over the last few years, but he's been great this year, what I've seen. So yeah, like I have a elite level keeper behind him at least, and we have a I don't want to say the word on here, but yeah, we have Sanchez behind us. So, but we have Colwell, I think, who's been obviously like really good like the last like 15 games at least anyway. But yeah, Colwell on the ball has been quite good defensively. But we have Reece James and Cucurella. Arguably, Cucurella has probably been the best left back in the world. I know like Nuno Mendes has been really good as well. He's been one of the best left backs. But yeah, I think Cucurella definitely edges it. And Reece James, like, I feel like he can do everything what Hakimi can do, and he's better defensively as well. So it's just I think we do have better defense. The midfield, I do agree. I think it's close. I think if we do go with 2 midfielders, it's either we go with like 2 midfielders. Cole Palmer will have to drop in deeper and help with the midfield, I think, against their 3. So I feel like that's what Cole Palmer has to do if we do go with that, unless we go Lavia and Cole Palmer on the right and Neto on the left and Pedro in the strike. But attack wise, they beat us. Like literally, Dembele scored 35 goals this season. That's really good. Like I ain't seen Dembele do this
Dembele's been
like
phenomenal.
Ever. He's been unreal. And then Kvaratskhelia, we all 100%. Want Kvaratskhelia at the club for ages because how good he is. He is a talented player. It's gonna be a very tough game. We're gonna have to defend for our lives. Like me and Anna was talking about. Like Anna said, it's gonna be like Chelsea Champions League against Man City final. We have to defend like that. It's gonna be something similar. We have to defend.
I think that's a mistake, though.
What do you mean? What's a mistake?
Like, you're saying sit back and defend?
No, I'm not saying sit
for our lives.
I'm not, because we didn't sit back and just defend against Man City. We had arguably more chances than them in that game. I'm just saying the way we defended, like everyone just like ran forward and back and forward. Like they didn't just sit back. But yeah, like it's gonna be a tough
like they
game.
minimize the space between the midfield and the defense when they have the ball.
Here's the thing, real quick. In terms of Sanchez, he is our weakest point. I won't deny that. If our defense does a good job of smothering their attack and not really giving Sanchez too many things to work on, I think we'll be okay. I know under pressure, he panics. However, one thing that Delap and that João Pedro have unlocked for us is that if Sanchez goes for the hoofball, they can actually bring it down and control it, which Jackson was never able to do. So that could be something like, you know what, if you're under pressure, just hoof it, and Delap or João Pedro, they'll get it. Don't worry about it. You won't lose possession that way, in a sense.
By the way, Marsh, I'm like 90% sure Reece James is playing. We saw him get subbed on 60-something minutes.
Yeah,
like I don't see why the man I can see why he benched him for the semi-final. Like I felt like we was going to dominate that game regardless, and Gusto surely can do a job, and he did. I thought, and I felt like just no point rushing Reece James for that semi-final. And he said on Instagram he is fine, he's okay, so he's okay for the final. I think same as Kaisedo.
Cucurella hasn't even been inverting in recent games.
Yeah, but
they've been switching it up. But go ahead, CP. Go ahead.
I was thinking about it. I think we should do the exact players we did for Benfica.
I think start the lap. Like I like João Pedro. Don't get me wrong, but I think for this specific game, start with the lap and then bring on João Pedro.
No.
Are you saying that because of counter-attack?
A man who just scored 2 goals like that, you do not make him start. He had a good cameo. Now he had a great performance. No, you do not sub him off. You feed the hot hand. He's a hot hand.
I get that logic, but and the other logic is also the lap has a lot more rest. Part of the reason I think João Pedro looks as good as he does
is that the only reason?
He had basically a month. No, that's not the only reason. I think part of the reason that João Pedro looks as good and as sharp as he looks right now is because he's actually had time to like rest. Like our players had an international break.
He
is. That's what I'm saying. Part of the reason, not the whole reason, right? Okay. Part of the reason I think is because he's like fresh, like he's like sharp. You know, he's making the runs. Like mentally, he's not fatigued. Physically, he's not fatigued like the other players may be. But in this game, I think the physicality, and I'm not saying João Pedro can't, but in terms of the physicality and the roughhousing, I think start off with the lap for me. And then I don't think you could even do, if you want, you could even do João Pedro on the left if you really want to. João Pedro on the left, and then what's his face on the right? Neto on the right. And that could be something that goes with the lap in the middle.
João Pedro is enough to on the left.
The reason, so I'm thinking this. People are gonna fucking hate this, and I'm only thinking about this in the defensive sense and not offensively, so I can completely understand this. I want us to play, obviously, Caldwell, Tosin, or whoever our center backs are. I want right back to be Gusto, left back to be. Listen. Right back to be Gusto.
What the fuck?
That's why I'm saying this. Right back to be Gusto, left back to be Cucurella, and then I want the two midfielders in front of them to be Reece James and Kaisedo. And then Enzo's at the 10, Palmer's at right wing, you have left wing as Neto, and then you have João Pedro. Because that's what we played against, I think it was Benfica. In terms of the front line, it was Lavia, Kaisedo with Enzo in the 10, and then Palmer was on the right, remember? And then the reason why...
That was the game where Palmer was on the left, though.
On the left or right, yeah, but he was on the...
He was on the left, yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I'm saying this is because if anyone has watched PSG and how they attack, because we were talking about this off stage, is the midfielders get the ball and they will fucking find the wingers, and once the wingers get the ball, the left back and right back in Hakimi and Nuno Mendes bomb up even further to provide another outlet, so then they can cut back again to a winger or the striker to get the goal. That's literally how the first goal happened. So if I'm thinking in that sense, right, I'm thinking of, okay, so that means Cucurella is going to cover, let's say, Dembele, because he's my right winger, right? So that means Hakimi is going to bomb in. So that's why I'm thinking Kaisedo has played a left back role. I mean, a right back role or a left back, like a full back role. There you go. So I'm saying he's comfortable with that. And if that same thing happens on the other side, right? So if, let's say, we're against the Kvaratskhelia, let's say even James can cover Kvaratskhelia, and then Gusto can cover Nuno Mendes. Like I said, people, I'm only thinking about defensively, so I could be very wrong attacking wise, but I'm just basing it off how they attack and how we can counter that. Because the only thing I'm thinking is I would have had Reece starting at right back if Enzo Fernandez had a bit more pace. Do you get what I'm saying? If Enzo Fernandez had the same amount of pace as Kaisedo, then then I don't want to change anything. That's the only reason I'm thinking this.
Yeah. I mean, let's actually talk a little bit about the starting striker, and we'll come back to the Fluminense game, right? What are you guys' thoughts on João Pedro? That was his first start. We saw him for 60 minutes now. Scored brilliant goals, by the way. Brilliant goals.
I think I was wrong.
What did you say?
I thought he was a good technical player, and that's it. I don't think he could shoot, just go outside.
I might be wrong about him too, by the way. I'll tell you.
I thought this is a guy who won't get you many goals, but now I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Those type of goals he scored go past I think any pretty much keeper, and it doesn't matter what keeper they had. Those are world class goals, and yeah, I thought his link up would be good, but he has started off so well. He was on holiday 9 days ago, and I think there is something about him. Maybe he's trying to prove something. He can be that guy as well. I think maybe he's that guy to do it, but I'm not too sure. I have to see. But yeah, he has shown levels in the 2 appearances he's had, because when he got subbed on, he looked really good. I thought he looked like a massive improvement from Delap, because I thought Delap was pretty much. I thought he's he's okay. He was just that hold up man, but he wasn't doing much, and he should have been in that area where Neto crossed it. I thought, but yeah, the goals he scored, yeah, I don't know. I think I might be wrong about João Pedro. I thought it was a waste of money. Maybe was it 55 million?
Oh, I didn't think that.
And I thought 55 million was just, I don't know. I felt like we should just use it somewhere else. But like he paid off 20 million. That was on him. Like he got us through with those two goals. So I think he paid off like half of it already. So yeah, I think I might be wrong about this guy.
Before CP goes,
he scored what 10 goals last season in the Premier League,
and
five that's what I was looking at as well. I was thinking this guy doesn't really score goals, but maybe he didn't have enough good players around him as well. Maybe I was a bit too harsh on it.
And listen, time will tell, right? I could be wrong about this, but I was saying that I don't think João Pedro gets us more than 10 goals, but if he allows Delap, if he allows Neto, if he allows Palmer, all of those players to really up their numbers in terms of goals and assists, then I think that's the 60 million it's paid for, you know? So I wasn't even thinking in terms of his own performances, and people might not like that. People might not see that as like a good way to look at it. It's almost like, you know, if you ever play like a strategy game, there's always like a support role, right? And some of those support roles, they may not seem that important, but when you realize how much they boost your attacking, or your attack, or your offense, or your defense, in terms of like a tactical strategy game or like a war game or whatever, then you realize
you could just say he
he's like a Bobby Firmino. And even but even if I say that, CP, people will say, oh, but Bobby Firmino never scored that many goals. And even I remember I was one of the people that did this. I was a culprit of this, that I would always banter Liverpool because Bobby Firmino just never scored that many goals. But now, as I've grown older and wiser, and now I see the game in a different way, I understand Firmino's role was never necessarily to score goals. It was to help score goals. Yeah. So in a sense, that's the role that, João Pedro is playing in this team. If he can get goals as well, then so be it. That's fantastic. Even if he doesn't get more than 10 goals and he just unlocks the rest of our team, I think that's worth 60 mil. People don't see it that way because when you say 60 mil, they want to see GNA. It's not all about GNA, people. I keep telling you that.
As a striker, he's going to be a striker, right?
GNA in terms of assists. Like if you look at, I'm looking through Roberto Firmino's goals, right? Like,
yeah, I really like
Firmino. The year they won the league, he scored 9 goals but got 8 assists, right? Like every season. So the only so ever since he came into Liverpool, he's basically gotten about minimum 17 GNA. It's usually 10 goals and 7 assists, right? The highest he ever got was in 2017-18, where he got 15 goals and 7 assists. But the years they were challenging for leagues and winning leagues, he was on average scoring between 8 to 9 goals and getting 7 to 8 assists. So about like 18 GNA, right? It's because he's helping players like Salah and Mane. So in this case, it's a Palmer for sure. He could be our Salah in terms of majority goal scoring, and then
if he's putting that right, yeah, for sure.
We have Gittins, but if also a certain person didn't play today in Rodrigo, and if we sell Madueke, we should push, so or Morgan Rogers. So yeah.
What are some other standout performances from the Fluminense games that you guys think are going to translate well into the PSG game?
I thought Enzo was. I don't know what you guys really think of it, but I thought Enzo work rate and his pass, and I even with, I could say Cole Palmer. I thought Cole Palmer was quite good. He created a good couple of chances to like Enzo when he's crashing in the box, but it didn't come off right. But yeah, like I thought Enzo was just everywhere, like crashing the box, his passing, his work rate. He was good, like him and Kaisedo. But yeah, like I mean, it's not really a surprise when I see like, oh, Enzo Fernandez is good. Like he's been good for the majority of the season, except for maybe the start, obviously. But yeah, he's been amazing. But yeah, like I think he'll have a good game against PSG. If Gusto does start, he is looking better by the day. The game where Scott kind of crashed it on him, I thought he was okay. I think a lot of people thought he's still okay, but like, Scott, he has an opinion on him, but I'm not sure what Scott thinks on him.
Well, he said he had a decent game when I was.
Yeah, because I don't know. I thought Gusto was good. It's definitely his best game in a while.
I think, guys, and this might be a hot take, and you guys in chat might not like it. I think Gusto's been improving again. Like he might.
Slowly, yeah.
I'm hoping, right? And this is hopium, guys. I'm hoping that now Gusto is because part of the reason too, guys, is that Maresca has been tactically really versatile in this whole entire tournament. Like that game yesterday, 3-1-3-1, I believe, was the formation that we saw. Or no,
3-1. No, what? That doesn't add up. That's 7.
That's 4 players.
Sorry. 3-1-4-1, I believe.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah,
like Andre Santos for one of the games was like the lone pivot.
Yeah. No, but I mean yesterday's game, Kaisedo was kind of there by himself, and it was Enzo, Cole. You had Neto in the wide. Oh my God, who was on?
No, you're right. What was happening was basically it was
Nkunku.
Kaisedo was a pivot player. Then you basically had Palmer and Nkunku being 10s, and then Neto and Gusto were like your wide players bombing up and down.
Yeah. Gusto was the one bombing up.
Which is a play style that Gusto is more familiar with, right?
Yeah.
Under Poch, and just a general game style. He likes being that regular right back, like bombing right back, right? That's also what Ahmed's been saying, is he's more comfortable in that position than inverting and all that stuff. So
I don't think this is a bad take, JC. I'll be honest, because I don't even think this is a toxic positive thing.
yeah, I actually agree with this take. The
I
way
agree.
because you're looking, if we beat them, yes.
I agree. I think, listen, a lot of Chelsea fans will tell you this is a major tournament. This is a major tournament. And a lot of Chelsea fans have that same feeling that they had when we were in Champions League. It feels that way. It really does. Now, is it the same as Champions League? No. But it's still not an easy tournament. Like, I do think in the future this is going to be bigger than Champions League, but I don't think it's there yet, right? I think it's just below Champions League. Right
I think it's in between Europa and Champions League from right now.
For me,
Europa, because Champions League teams don't even fall down to Europa anymore, so it's way better than Europa.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I think it's the third best trophy, the third best one to win.
Yeah,
and plus, like I put Premier League, Champions League, and this. Like,
Prem. Yeah, you're right.
We're not forgetting about the Prem, Marshall. Prem is like the most complete league of time.
You're right.
But also, like, this trophy is literally the same like design as the World Cup. Like, you can take that home with you.
You get it for 4 years. You literally get the trophy for 4 years. So I need it.
And there's a lot of money in this tournament. Obviously, we've like now got up to what 80
so
million.
Money off of it. I can't believe how much money we made
it's
off
definitely a major trophy. Obviously, it's in our preseason.
Insane.
It's in our preseason technically. Like, this is technically in our preseason, but we're still treating this as, we want to win it. We're in the final. If we weren't treating this like that, we'll be where Man City are out.
We were fined by UEFA, and we just shrugged it off by winning.
Basically, yeah.
Like, we're like, who cares?
Dude, we can shrug it off. We still not even Madueke, even for 50 million. We basically pay off the fine of 25 million that UEFA put on us.
Yeah, but and oh my God, boys, I'm glad you said this, even though you're not talking about him. Oh, actually, you are talking about him.
Dude,
this actually gets me so much anger at Fofana, because this was Wesley Fofana taking his injury into his own accord, not listening to medical advice, and fucking himself over.
Dude, he would have been perfect because he has a physicality, he has a pace. He would have been such fucking good cover.
Yeah.
Especially PSG, the way PSG, because he's comfortable on the ball, he's pacey as fuck, he's good jumping aerially, he's physical enough, and the way Colwell has developed also would have been fucking perfect.
And this is, if we win this will actually, I won't say, for lack of a term, we'll actually have completed the set for real. Because even though we have
we'll guess they're champions of the world. You've never seen that.
Again?
Champions of the world. You'd never see. That'd be great.
No, hate it, man.
This is, I like to consider this a different tournament than the original Club World Cup, because now it's called the FIFA International Cup or whatever it was called.
It is different.
This new format will, in my opinion, be completing the set for sure. But like, I think as much as we want to talk about the players and stuff, I think the biggest factor in this tournament, or the biggest factor in this game coming up, is going to be Maresca. 100% Maresca. Like, you have to set up the right way against PSG. You can put.
It'll be like Xabi Alonso today. Fuck.
Oh my God, this guy! What a clown! It's like not Alonso's not a clown, but like,
he didn't set up the right way.
I just don't. Listen. I think Real Madrid's a great team. I really do think they're a great team. I think missing Huijsen definitely hurt them today.
Yep, agreed.
And I think they're still very vulnerable.
Him playing three at the back is the stupidest thing he could have done against those. He should have played a 4. He could have played Valverde as right back, which Ancelotti had been doing when Carvajal was injured last season. You could have just done that. You could have had him, and because his thing is he has a 3 back of Asensio, Tchouaméni, who moves into the midfield. So it's basically a back 2 of Asensio and fucking Rudiger covering Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Desiree Doué. Are you on fucking crack?
Ladies and gents, I'm looking at tickets, by the way. If you're interested in going to the game, tickets are currently... Well, resale tickets, I'm looking for $320, give or take.
Is that like the furthest away ones, or...
Resale meaning people who sold their ticket back to
no.
Furthest away, yeah.
I know what resale means.
Yeah.
I was saying, where are the tickets? Like, how would that, like, how far away are they?
They're the top row, tippy top. Not like the furthest away all the way to the
final,
back.
But I expected to be a lot of money.
Even then, like, if you guys watch the vlog, my seats weren't that bad. Like,
no,
my seats weren't that bad at all. Those are the 300 sections.
Yeah.
That was the 300 sections. You could see from there. And on top of it, you could see the celebration because the celebration thing.
No, it's just being there as well.
It's also being there as well. Like, if you... also, I'll give this advice as well. Okay. If you're going to go to the final... Cool. Take videos, please. If you're on the Discord, send them on the Discord as well. I will really, really appreciate it since I'm not going to be there, right? Also, if you're going to go to the final, my recommendation is, unless you're carpooling, even then, I don't think you should do this. My recommendation is park in the American Dream Mall parking lot. American Dream Mall, the biggest mall in America, is attached pretty much to the hip to MetLife Stadium. Go and park in that parking lot. Walk over to MetLife Stadium. There's like a walkway you can take, and it's about maybe like a 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk, and you save yourself $60, $65. It'll probably be like $20 for the ticket, or maybe $15 to park in the parking lot there. But if you're going to the game, word of advice: park at American Dream Mall and walk on over to MetLife Stadium, and you'll be fine. Then afterwards, when the game is done, you can either celebrate at MetLife, not MetLife Stadium, at American Dream with all the restaurants and bars that they have in there, or you can cry at all the restaurants or bars that they have over there. So it's a good little spot. So tip of the trade right there. I learned that the hard way yesterday, even though I didn't have to pay for parking because they just let me in. It was great. It was fantastic. But yeah, so I think this one for sure. And Morning Zombie, thank you for reminding me. Over 90 of you are watching. Let's go ahead and smash those like buttons. And especially if you want Chelsea to win, smash the like button. Because listen, Coco, nobody's giving us a chance, even our own fans. I actually think at least we will go toe-to-toe with PSG, and it will go down to tiny details. And I agree with you. I agree. I don't think... I'm going to be honest, guys. Part of me mostly thinks we're not going to win. I think we're still missing some key factors. I think we still need more games to really see if João Pedro's the guy. I think we can win. I just don't know if we're going to win. But I'm still backing my team. I still think there is a good chance to win. And I mean that, a good chance. Like, we will have our chances in this game. We will expose them. I think Maresca tactically knows what the fuck he's doing. And now he's made the team so much more flexible than I ever thought they could be. Like, I saw in this tournament them play a 3-4-3. We saw the 4-3-3. We saw a 4-2-2-2. We saw a 3-1-3 or a 3-1-4-1. Like, this team has been really, really tactically versatile. And it's similar to what Luis Enrique has been doing at this PSG team, which is set up the first season fundamentals, Second season, now we're going to be a lot more versatile. Now we're going to practice some other formations, so on and so forth. And big up to CB. This guy, yo, I'm not going to lie, guys. CB is probably the biggest Chelsea fan. I'm just going to say that right now. The biggest Chelsea fan. Right? This guy travels from the UK to the US and went to every US Club World Cup game for Chelsea. Every single one. I haven't even done that, and I live in the United States. So big up to CB. Thank you for the 199 pound super chat. Hopefully you're enjoying your time here in the US. I think you're in New York currently. So, hey, enjoy some shawarma from the carts. Enjoy some of the food down there. If you're down there, Champion Bar, I think, is a good Chelsea bar. I would look it up. I think if you look up the CP, you told me about this. The Chelsea fan.
The Chelsea only bars, like the fan bars.
Yeah, RSM knows the spot, but there's like the Chelsea only bar. There's a Chelsea only bar by Times Square in Manhattan. I think it's called Champion Bar, but it's like the what's the groups called? The Chelsea fan groups in New York and New Jersey, and there's always groups in them. Definitely, if you have time, go and visit that spot. Get some food there. Get acclimated to some Chelsea fans. But he says, big up, bro. Hope to see you at the final. Unfortunately, CB, I won't be able to go to the final. It's very sad. But I'll be at the bar to watch it with maybe Jimmy and Goonie. It's unfortunate. I won't be able to
loving
make the final.
Vlogs from you too, CB. Loving watching.
Yeah, dude, the vlogs have been great. Also, I love how CB has now opened up to the players. He met Levi Cole's brother, and Levi Cole's brother called him out.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a video. He showed it on his Twitter. Yeah. Levi Cole's brother comes up to him, and he's like, "I saw what you say about my brother, Levi." And he's like, "Oh, ever since he took off the black spray, and like he doesn't have black spray." No, CB's a goat, man. He's great. He's great. We'll have CB on the channel one day. But yeah, he's great. But yeah, in terms of tactically, I think we're just as versatile as PSG. I think PSG, we have a much more bigger weakness in Robert Sanchez than PSG do in their whole team. I think PSG overall is a very, very, very well balanced team.
Wait, say that again? No, that last part, sorry, I just didn't come through.
We have a very big hole in Robert Sanchez compared to PSG.
Oh, okay.
They're very
No,
well
it didn't come through.
Well, Chris,
I don't know, like, no, not for you, for Marshall. It some reason didn't come through for me.
Yeah, maybe that internet, that sheep internet.
I don't know. Maybe it's the heat.
Maybe it's the heat.
But
big up CB, big up CB. $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. You're too nice. We need to make the link up happen. Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. We'll definitely make it happen. I'll hit you up. I'll reach out and we'll plan something when you get back to the UK. But what were you saying, Chris?
No, like this is the reason why most of us, I really wanted Mike Maignan, because he would have suited Enzo Maresca's system. He would, like, obviously how we play when we dominate with possession, the keeper moves up as well, like basically next to the centre back, and plays out from the back as well. But like, yeah, like Mike Maignan would have been that guy for it, and he's a good leader. So it's a damn shame. Like Sanchez is still made out, like, and getting bailed out by like Cucurella or whoever the next player is, like defender or midfielder, just to bail him out for shitty ass bad. But yeah, like he's our like weak link. Like at least I think with our striker,
he is our weak link. Yeah.
With João Pedro, I feel like maybe we've done it. I don't know. Like João Pedro could be that like complete striker we might needed. But yeah, like we haven't fixed our keeper at all.
And listen, people are gonna say it. People are afraid to admit it, right? But I'm gonna tell you guys, I do think, and this is not a popular take, I already know because people don't like him. I do think Robert Sanchez has been all right as of late. I'm not gonna say he's now we don't need a goalkeeper. I think we desperately still need a goalkeeper. I really would like another goalkeeper because I still don't trust Sanchez. But is he gonna be the sole reason we lose against PSG? No, I don't think so. And I think we still have a chance even with Robert Sanchez in between the posts. But, I do think there could be a moment where he gets pressed and he loses the ball and something like that happen, because their press is relentless, especially if Dembele is leading that press. It's relentless. It's relentless. I found a video I wanted to show you guys, actually.
With Sanchez,
talk to me.
His saving ability, like saving shots for most,
he's got good
most
saving
of it.
Ability. Yeah, for sure.
He is solid at that. It's just like up in the head, his IQ at times, or just kicking it. Like he just doesn't know like how to kick the ball right. It's just what work for me. Like, and it doesn't suit the system, and that's why I just don't want him at the club no more. And it doesn't suit Enzo Maresca, and we should back Enzo Maresca, who's got us to a final and got us in the top 4.
This is what I mean. There's a difference between we cannot go into UCL with Sanchez versus I don't want to go into UCL with Sanchez. Pensioners, I don't want to go to UCL with Sanchez. I agree with you. I'd rather have another goalkeeper. Do I think we can't win the UCL because of Sanchez? No. I think we can still listen.
Winning is
in a
different.
hypothetical.
We can go further. We can still go far in the competition.
Marshall, we would have been so comfortable probably in top 4 without Sanchez if we didn't have a guy.
No, I agree. But Sanchez, let's just say, since we started winning, right? Since we've turned the form around, if that Sanchez continues on for the rest of the season, then I think we'll be just fine. Yeah. Because that Sanchez isn't the same Sanchez that started the season. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's improved. I still think.
Yeah, I understand. I get you.
I think defensively, we've improved, so he hasn't been tested too much. But before, when we were like wide open and we were, conceding a lot of chances, then you put Sanchez in a position where he's gonna be under pressure. It's almost like how like under Tuchel, Mendy was amazing, but Mendy was mostly amazing because we didn't concede that many chances. We were like really solid defensively.
We didn't ask Mendy to like use.
Well, he did exactly do some Superman saves, but I get.
No, he did, and I remember when Mendy almost scored an own goal against Atletico Madrid. I think he tried kicking it, and he went so sideways it just skimmed the post and went out for a corner.
This is actually a good question.
Here's the thing. To address what JC said about if we nick a 1-0 and Sanchez has a good performance, I will, because he played a part. I will. I don't get, because you won a trophy that I give a fuck about.
Yeah, that's true.
I will.
I mean, I care about all trophies, but this is definitely the most important one.
I will prop you up. Obviously, some trophies are more than others, right? If it's a Carabao, I'm not going to prop you as much, but you still want to.
I'm not going to have a league undertake here.
Yeah,
but I do think some
trophies
are more important than others.
I'm not going to say Sanchez again and then the other words. I'm not going to say it because he has to win it. But if he wins it, I will. I'm going to say that, dude. I cheered on Kai Havertz when we won when he scored us a goal because we won. So yeah.
This is actually. I think this is a fun question.
An amazing game. That'd be amazing.
Just win the game.
Chat, definitely. Get yourself involved with this. I'll go first. I'll go first.
I don't know what you're doing.
I think if João Pedro starts, let's assume João Pedro starts, and then you're gonna have Nkunku and Neto. So assuming it's the lineup we just saw, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If we go into extra time, actually it doesn't matter, because if we go into extra time, they're gonna make subs and all that stuff.
Easy.
All right. Cole Palmer for one.
Number one?
I'm not in any particular order.
Oh, okay.
For penalty takers.
The order after,
yeah, I got to think about the order afterwards. But Cole Palmer definitely takes one. Enzo takes one. Fuck, dude. I don't know if Reese is gonna make it to 120 minutes.
He push it, man. He push it. He can do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Reese. Fuck it, Reese to push it. Yo, Reese's penalties are cold, bro.
Yeah.
Reese to push it. Well,
you're struggling, eh?
It's like I'm thinking, do I give you my 5 that I want to take it, or the 5 that I think are gonna take it?
I'm giving the 5 that should take it because they have a good.
What do you think should take it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the ones that I think should take it. So I said Cole, I said Reese, I said Enzo, right?
Yeah.
Then I give one to Neto.
Okay.
And then the 5th one, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm surprised you're missing one out here, but
the fifth one I'll give to.
Huh?
João Pedro is 5 out of 5. He has.
Wait, has he not mentioned João Pedro yet?
No, I haven't mentioned João Pedro yet.
How are you not mentioned João Pedro? He scored 5 last season.
He's literally been perfect in pens.
Yeah, João Pedro.
There's still another guy you missed, by the way. Another guy you missed.
I would go. I'll tell you the order in a second. So I would do Palmer and Nkunku, Reece James, João Pedro, and Enzo Fernandez.
I'm surprised you said Nkunku.
Yeah, no, Nkunku's good at penalties for the most part.
He missed his last one.
But I don't think Nkunku makes 120 minutes, by the way.
His track record's been good, so...
Okay.
He ain't making
and he's been playing better, so I think confidence-wise it's similar.
He has been playing.
So
we'll have to talk about him next.
I think you start off with Palmer.
Yeah. What are you saying, Chris?
So you do Palmer? Sorry.
We'll go over order after Chris. We'll go over order after Chris.
I was gonna go straight into my order. Like I would.
Alright, then go for it. Yeah, and then go.
I would have Reece James taking that penalty first.
Interesting.
And then João Pedro, and then Cole Palmer, and then Enzo Fernandez, and the fifth one would be Cucurella. I have faith he would do it. No one's. I'm like this guy will blast in. I'm telling you.
I would actually put Cucurella first in your.
Actually,
order.
I would take. You know, you're right. I would take out Nkunku and put on Cucurella, and then I would probably do Palmer.
I think that could happen.
Imagine Cucurella has a slow roller and then he does a penguin.
Yeah, he can't do that. Don't do that to me.
No, he will blast. I'm telling you, this motherfucker would low driven past to like power.
It would be Palmer first, Enzo second, James third, Cucurella fourth, and then fifth would be João Pedro. Because I know he's good at pens. I want a person who's amazing at pens starting in the beginning and being at the very end just in case.
I can trust Cucurella.
That's why
I would go, based on my picks, I would go Neto first, Reece James second, Enzo third, Palmer fourth, and then I'd give João Pedro the fifth one.
I don't know. I feel like Palmer's like for me.
Or maybe I'd swap Enzo
Palmer
for João Pedro.
somewhere crucial because Palmer's a good pound taker.
Just because
fourth is not a crucial spot.
No matter what happens, 3 people will take.
No, fourth is a crucial spot.
I think number 1 is obviously crucial, and I think number 3 can be crucial because you could be out
at saving pens. So I would put Palmer always in your best penalty takers, usually in top 3.
Yeah, because
okay, that's smart. You don't want to pull a Neymar in Brazil.
What's happening doesn't make it. What's happening doesn't make it.
Exactly. You don't want to put a Neymar at 5, so that's why you put like.
That's why I say fourth one and
Palmer at 3, let's say, instead of 4.
I'd put Enzo in the last one then, and João Pedro in fourth, and then Palmer third. Just because, like, I'm nervous because if you're that fifth penalty taker, you're feeling all the pressure. And this guy's been in the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Like he's probably fine.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably got thick skin.
That's why I'm putting João Pedro there because man just scored 2 bangers.
That's why you gotta get some sort of mentality monster, and that's why you have like either Reece James or Cucurella. Cucurella has his mentality is up there. He is very high. He's won the Euros.
We definitely don't want to go to penalties. Yeah, not against.
No, of course not, man. Like I remember my first shootout with in 2012 for Chelsea, but you know my hands over my eyes basically for the whole shootout as a kid. I just couldn't bear it, man. And I thought we maybe might go shootout against Man City when we won it. I didn't want it. I just didn't.
No.
I don't want to shoot out. But...
In terms of, so let's go back to the game.
Yeah.
Guys, are we starting to turn around on Nkunku?
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I still think he should be sold, but I'm starting to accept that he's actually been playing better now. And he actually looks better. He almost scored yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a good save. Was it a deflection or was it was a goal? That wasn't a goal line clearance, but it was a clearance from Thiago Silva. It was going in.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
The only reason I would still sell him is because I can literally see João Pedro in those positions, and I'm like, I have a guy who's more comfortable in the Premier League. He's more physical at the very least in the Premier League. Has similar technique, and just scored 2 banger of goals in the same left half space we talked about. So. One's never turned. Yeah, you can hold that, Joe.
I mean, I've never had a real issue with him, but like, I still want him like moved on because it didn't feel like he was like focused on maybe on Chelsea later into the season, and he just seemed like he wanted a way out. But like, the Club World Cup, man. I don't know. I've seen something different with Nkunku, and if there was a good offer for Nkunku, I would take it. If it's like 60 million or something, like buying
one. We want 35 million apparently.
Pardon?
Apparently, we want 35 million.
I think that's too. I don't know. Like the way he's playing in the Club World Cup, and Bayern probably need a number 10.
I said this the other day. I literally said this the other day, and people
saying,
thought I was delusional for saying it.
Yeah, I remember you saying something like that too, as you just mentioned it. Yes,
But how many years did we put in Nkunku? How many years is he on for contract? Let me check.
I didn't. Yeah, I have to see maybe how.
I think they're doing 35 million because of amortization. Let me just check that.
But I don't know, 50 million. I still say 50 million.
Do you guys agree with this? Do you guys think it's a fitness thing? That he's now fully recovered from that MCL injury or ACL?
I don't know for sure. Like, I'm not like a physicist or like a doctor.
Oh, really? You're not? I thought you were.
Nah, I'm going for my own struggles right now.
Yeah, he signed a 6-year contract.
So how many years he's done? 2?
He's signed a 6-year contract, but he's done 2 years. He still has.
Oh, two. Yeah.
He still has 4 years left.
I mean, I take 50. I think 50 a minimum.
And we bought him for 60 million euros.
Yeah, I think 50-ish minimum. I don't know if I'd stand for 40 million. I don't know if I'd be okay.
No, so if 35 million pounds is basically 40 million euros, which is dead on for what amortization is left. Because he's on a 6-year contract, right? So it's basically we're paying 10 a year, let's say. So since 2 years are gone, so he's only got 40 million left. So 35 million pounds is about 40 million euros. So it's dead on what his amortization money is.
I don't mind keeping him for another season. I'll be real though. I just don't mind it. I'll see what he can do for the next season. Maybe he gets like even more better and actually becomes like a good player for Chelsea. So I think there is a good player in there. He's very technical. He's a good technical player, and I know he can shoot if he has the chance. Like in there, it's just I don't know what it was, but like he just didn't seem like I don't know. It just didn't feel right. Like at all at Chelsea, but. Maybe now it's changed. I don't know. Maybe it's like it's his injury.
Do you guys think he's improved?
From the season, yes.
Yeah, but it was like fucking rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
it was pretty rock bottom.
It's like saying, has Chelsea improved from 12th? Like, yeah, we should be improved. Like, or Manchester United, they finished 15th. Okay, you finished 12th now. Great, you've technically improved.
But let me ask you the CP. With the way he's been playing in this tournament so far, do you think if he doesn't get sold, right? Do you think there's a place for him to fit into the team? Like, do you think we can utilize him? Or do you think he's just gonna hold us back and it's like no point? Like same thing as last season. Because I remember last season, whenever he came on, I was like, why are we bringing him on? He just makes us worse.
You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. So. The only place I can actually see him is like if we're going based on last year's system, because we still have Gittins, right, people? So I'm just assuming 2 wingers still, in a sense.
Yeah, we haven't seen him. And Esteval is also coming in.
Yeah, so he's my Palmer backup, in a sense. He doesn't give me enough creativity. He has definitely improved on his defensive work rate. Agreed. He's improved on his ball control. Agreed. He's improved on his short passing. Agreed. But creativity, because you're technically a 10, and having that killer instinct to score goals, I still haven't seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not at least losing me the ball and compromising positions like he used to, but he's still not showing me the creativity I would need to be in the squad as a backup for Palmer, if we're doing the 2-winger system.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You know what?
Especially if João Pedro can play the 10 and create, and he was literally the most creative striker in the Premier League in João Pedro last year. So then I already have a guy who's similar to him, who's younger, familiarized with the league, and slightly better, you could say, for the Prem.
Shameless.
If he does,
shameless. He won't, but shameless. Go
Wait,
if he does 60 million.
Next 5 million. No, you know, talking about like scoring winner, I was literally about to say, funny to say this. If Nkunku does score a winner goal, like all this talk of what CP says is going out the window, he's gonna say, yeah, let's keep him. I know it. Like the emotions will be running through it. Like this guy is like got us the Club World Cup.
I won't lie. Yeah, if he scores a goal or gets an assist to win us, that he showed me the creativity or the killer instinct in a high press moment for.
I mean, that Benfica game was a big one. That was a big goal. Like, I know you laughed at me But if we win, that goal is gonna go down as one of the most memorable goals. With the context
I'm laughing
of
at you about the memorable part, but I'm not denying you.
Think about it. Think about it. Like
crucial goal at the time.
When I say memorable, I'm meaning in the sense of like you're never gonna forget that goal. Why? Because of the context.
I don't think you'll ever forget that goal.
Honest?
No. Hear me out. Let me land.
Then I'll let him land.
The reason I say I don't think you're ever going to forget that goal is because of the context, right? We played 85 minutes in a dead stadium in the middle of this tournament, right? And then we were winning. We go in a 2-hour break, come back, controversial penalty. We're all pissed the fuck off because it's 1-1 and we're thinking the game is rigged. We go into extra time. They get a player sent off. We're like, fuck you. We're fucking pissed, right? I was at least, right? And then Nkunku scores that goal in that extra time. In the second extra time, not even the first one, the second extra time. And it's just that sense of relief that, oh my God, we didn't just get robbed of this game. And like, I was losing my fucking mind.
Can I be very honest?
That's why I'm thinking it'll be one of the most
I'll be very
memorable.
honest with you. I forgot that goal until you mentioned it.
Yeah, I was about to say
remember...
No, I
You're
was
such a
serious.
piece
I
of
was about to say that.
You're such a
why?
piece of shit.
No.
You guys are
Can I be
such
honest? Can I be honest? The
Yes.
only reason, I'll be honest, I could have remembered that goal more if I literally didn't witness a man score 2 fucking bangers yesterday. That's all. Literally, I'm just watching those goals on replay. I'm watching the first and the second goal. I'm like, bangers. If he didn't,
Yeah, it wasn't the best goal, but the occasion was super memorable.
I remember
I get what you mean in terms of it being memorable that way, but I'm not gonna remember it that way because I'm literally thinking of a man who scored bangers. I just can't deny bangers. Man scored bangers.
No, I get that.
Yeah, like Estien's.
Like I'll never forget Kai Havertz's banger against Newcastle.
Fernando
you know
Torres, like ran past the keeper. Robert's header. Frank Lampard's goal against Man United in the Champions League final. I wouldn't like. No offense, Marshall. Like, yes, like it's an important goal, but like I feel like that's gonna be in your memory, like, and you're there, right? You was there, right?
No, I wasn't.
No,
Was
he
you not
wasn't
there?
He wasn't there for the Nkunku
I thought
ones. He
you.
was watching with
Maybe I don't know. Maybe you're just going numbers.
but
I honestly,
if
Marshall, I forgot about it until you just said it again.
If João Pedro had scored like tap-in goals, I would. You know what? I would agree with you. I'm like, you know what? That Nkunku goal, I would remember this goal and probably if we win the finals goal. Those are the 2 goals I would kind of remember, right? But because João Pedro literally scored, like, once again, sorry to emphasize, bangers. I can't. That goal doesn't exist to me right now. What the fuck is that goal? The only goal that exists to me is João Pedro's goals. That's the only thing that.
I don't know. For me,
wait. What do you mean I drifted off to the sea?
I don't know, bro. But to me, like,
is something in the background?
No. To me, goals that are just just I'll never forget the Kaisedo goal, right? That half, like, because it's just such a rare goal. No. Oh my God. How do you not know what Kaisedo goal I'm talking about?
Wait, are you talking about this
Man United one?
This competition?
Wait,
no,
this competition.
in general.
Man United, yeah, Man United.
Are you talking about which one are you thinking? There's an Everton one where he scored from halfway.
That one.
That wasn't Everton. That was Bournemouth. No, Brentford. No, Bournemouth.
No, that was Everton.
It was Everton. Wait.
Wasn't it? It was the last game of the season, right? Sorry.
It was either Bournemouth or Brentford. I always get these teams confused.
I thought it was a B. In all fairness, I thought it was a team with a B.
Okay, so basically the halfway.
Chat knew what I was talking about. Thank you, chat. Was it Forest? No, that was Forest. You're right. Thank you.
We didn't play Forest.
No, we didn't. No.
No, it wasn't Forest. No, Forest was Jackson. It was
Banger.
Bournemouth.
I think it might have been Brighton. Because it's something with a B.
It was Brighton.
Oh
my God. What the fuck was the last game we played? It was Bournemouth. I know it was Bournemouth.
Was it Bournemouth?
It was Bournemouth. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bournemouth.
Like, it was team against...
God damn it. Yo, motherfuckers trying to gaslight me.
I can't do it.
It was Al Hilal. It was Urawa Reds.
Oh, no. I remember the goal. I just don't remember the team.
It was Chicago Fire.
I fucking everyone.
No,
I hate you. What? You could have just told me the correct answer. I'm fucking getting Fernabacha and everything.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I hate you. I just wanted you to know.
I mean, that was a amazing goal, but we were shit that season.
We were shit that season, but that goal is gonna go down in history. Like you're never gonna forget that goal.
No. Like I remember that more than Nkunku's. I'll be real. Nkunku's goal.
Yeah, obviously you're gonna remember that one from more than
halfway. Only the person who said Bournemouth, I think it was Yandu or someone. You are the only person who's been right. Yes, JP. It was Bournemouth.
Proper Chelsea.
It was Bournemouth. You're proper Chelsea.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, man. They weren't. Listen, it wasn't the best goal, but considering I thought we were gonna lose, it was like one of those.
Lose that game?
The Benfica one, yeah, because I literally felt dread. I felt like the world was against us because that wasn't a penalty. That in my life, wallahi, that was not a penalty.
Wallahi.
That was not a penalty.
Yeah, I know.
And I was so mad, bro. I was so angry. I was just seeing red, and it wasn't just the Benfica kids. I was seeing red, and I thought, like, is this gonna be Barcelona again? Like, is this gonna be the way we go out by controversy? You know what I mean? At this stage, like, I was so angry. So and after the delay as well. So when he scored that goal, I literally almost jumped out the window. Like I was just so relieved because I was just fuck you Benfica, fuck you Benfica. I was just so mad. I even care about Di Maria's fucking crybaby face. I was like, fuck you. Dude, I was just mad.
Yeah, now he's gone. Di Maria's gone. So
it was crazy because that felt like two completely different games. Like the first 85 minutes was like a kind of a boring, like, you know, Chelsea like holding on to that 1-0 win just get a job done.
It wasn't boring. We created ways many chances.
We created I'm talking about like a lot of neutrals would have found that game boring, but like we was there to do a job and get the result and go to the next round. But like once we had that like big 2-hour delay, it was like goals coming out from anywhere. Like how many goals did we get like in the space of like 10 minutes or something, like when Nkunku?
But this is okay, guys, but this is what I'm saying, right? You said it. I'm not going to compare it. Obviously, one goal is more important than the other because that goal is like...
and Torres' goal too, man.
Oh, yeah. Who can forget? Hold, I got you.
Oh, you got it.
Damn. That was a lot longer than I knew.
Yeah.
But, like, Torres' goal wasn't amazing. But it's the context, right? We got revenge on Barcelona. And it took us to a final.
Hang on.
Another final.
What do you mean it's not amazing?
Yeah, but that was the Barcelona.
Don't you think that's like that's good ability to take it around the keeper still? Like the keeper was in his box. Like he tried diving at it.
Chris, the goal itself wasn't like.
Don't act like it's just a normal open goal like in Nkunku's. He took it around the keeper.
But strikers take it around the keeper all the time.
No, they don't.
Not
what?
Do you trust?
Brother,
Jackson took it around the keeper the other day and flubbed it. What are we doing?
What?
Or was it the lap? Someone took it around the keeper and missed.
But there you go.
I can't even remember anymore.
You said miss.
I know I saw this.
You said miss.
Yeah, but no, you literally said it's no. They don't take it around the keeper all the time. Yeah, people take it around the keeper all the time
and scored it. No one's gonna remember a guy taking it around the keeper and missed it. Like no one's gonna remember that.
Of course, that's not my argument, Chris. That's not my argument.
No, but the ability to keep balance, take it around the keeper.
Okay, hold on. Take the context out of it, right?
I mean, just
isolate the goal itself.
Okay.
What's a better goal? What's a better goal? The Torres goal against Barcelona or the Bournemouth goal, Kaisedo halfway shot? You know the answer. When you isolate it.
Shot-wise, Kaisedo, ability-wise, technical-wise, Torres. I also stand by it because like only people like Hazard does a lot.
Pressure-wise, and technicality.
Like Kaisedo just said, "Fuck it."
Torres. Wait.
And it's a beautiful goal, but
wait. First of all, have the balls being 10 men down for Lampard to boot it to be right behind the half.
Thank you, Morning Zombie. It was the lap when he was offside. Yes, and he did score, but he was offside.
Right behind the offside line, so that he could be onside technically, be alone, but know the pressure that this goal could be everything for us. Then you know what he could have done? He could have done the easy thing. He could have gone up front and tried to chip the goalkeeper or just shot it and try to score that way. But no, he had the balls to skip it around the goalkeeper. Because if he fucked it up even the tiniest bit, we're gonna fucking curse him.
Valdez was close as well, remember?
Yes, but that's what I mean. Football VAR. That's what I'm saying. Like when you put the context into it, yes, the Fernando Torres goal was memorable because of how important of a goal it was.
That's remembered for life.
Not necessarily how good of a goal it was. Like, bro, I remember Olivier Giroud's 4 goals more than I remember that Torres goal.
No
Actually,
way, no way. I do not remember Olivier Giroud's 4 fucking goals. This man,
bro, come on. Olivier Giroud's 4 goals was impressive. It wasn't that meaningful. It wasn't that meaningful. No, I fumbled. I fumbled on that one. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Obviously, I remember Torres' goal more.
You know what? We need an hour context Marshall and Howlers for this. Holy shit.
Someone clip this.
Sorry, I fumbled on that one.
Because, like,
yes, it's 4 goals against Sevilla.
Like, just, I don't know, like, the commentary to it, like, the pressure of it, like, they make it 2-2.
The level orgasm.
Yes, like, everything goes into it. Like, that's gonna be remembered for life. Like, no offense to Drew, that's not gonna be remembered for life.
Yeah, this goal was probably the most memorable goal for me.
Yeah,
the Drogba header.
I mean, yeah, like
it's not only memorable, but it's like a good goal. No, but it's not only memorable; it's a really good goal. Because this motherfucker, like the angle he headed it from, how?
It was the power.
It was like it wasn't like it, but like it was like how Esteval scored, and me and Jimmy just looked at each other like, how the fuck did he just score that? You know? Yeah, I fumbled. I didn't mean that.
He got a bit over carried away there.
Oh, when Zuma missed that thing too, like it's good memories.
Oh no, the Matic goal, yeah. I always remember that goal because Zuma's reaction to it was like priceless. What made it even better. But yeah,
I remember Giroud's Atletico Madrid goal more than his fucking 4 goals against Sevilla.
Yeah.
Bro. What are we doing, bro?
Like 4 goals.
Come on, bro. How often do you score 4 goals though?
Mbappe's done it.
He scored a scissor kick against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
I'm gonna remember that more, dude. He scored a scissor kick.
Oh yeah, let's say like Ibra's like scissors overhead kick to England, but Giroud scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
Do you remember anyone? He scored 4 goals. Do you remember how any of those goals were? Really?
I remember one was almost a handball, right? Or no, it was almost offside. We checked it.
Okay.
Then.
Wow, you actually remember like.
I remember he had a header.
I think I remember a header too.
There was a header in there.
Technically a better goal than a scissor kick. Okay, continue. Tell me all the goals. Yeah.
I'm not saying it was a better quality goal. My argument was never about quality.
He just saw the numbers, man. He got carried away with the numbers.
The scissor kick against Atletico is more memorable.
It's way more. Yeah, I was screaming.
Thank you.
Also, Cole Palmer's like win a goal against Man United, man. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just going through all the motions of like
I don't know. I feel like I see scissor kicks more often than I see 4 goals in a game.
From one player. Wait. How often do you see these goals? Where you see this in the Brazil League?
On easy mode, man, saying scissor kicks. I'm seeing all the time.
No, I'm not. You see, you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say all the time. I'm saying
more often,
I see scissor kicks more often than I see a player score 4 goals in a game.
Name the last person you've seen scored one.
Scored a scissor kick?
I think I remember the last one too in the Premier League.
What didn't Mbappe? Well, I mean, that was technically a scissor kick, right?
In the Premier League.
In the Premier League?
I think I might know the last one, but I'm not too sure.
Didn't fucking Kluivert score one?
Did he?
In Bournemouth when it was I can't remember the name of the fucking.
See, I don't watch all the smaller teams, Fed. That's gonna be a
elitist.
But I remember Garnacho scoring one for Man United.
That was a bicycle kick. That wasn't a scissor kick, though, dude.
No, yeah, bicycle. Oh shit, yeah, I guess. But...
Yeah,
wait,
bicycle.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking bicycle kick. No, scissor kick.
Yeah.
Scissor kick is side angle. Bicycle.
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
I thought that was a scorpion kick. Or is that the same thing?
Scorpion kick is behind using.
Yeah, that's what Drew did for Arsenal.
Wait. Scorpion kick. What's a scorpion kick again?
Okay, so let me give you. Okay, do you remember?
One at a time, guys.
Go on.
Wait, do you remember the RVP header that he scored for the Netherlands in 2014?
Yeah. Who could forget that?
Imagine that goal.
Phenomenal.
But he scored it with that same diving angle, but from his back heel, one diving.
Oh,
that's what a scorpion kick is, because you're scoring with your heel like a scorpion, right?
Yeah, those are rare. Those are rare.
Those are rare.
Yeah, those are really
I remember
rare.
Drew scoring one for Arsenal, and he did the little scorpion celebration behind it.
Yeah.
Did he really? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a beautiful goal, man.
Okay.
You should look it up.
So the last scissor kick I saw was Mbappe. Literally,
Marshall,
like,
you know what you should do?
2 days ago.
When you have a child, just show Giroud's highlights and don't say anything to them, and they will probably think he's the greatest player ever because he has the best goal catalog.
Oh yeah, he's got bangers, bro.
Yeah.
He's got the best goal catalogs I've ever seen anyone have.
Yeah, he's got bangers. But again, my whole point in this whole thing was like, I'm not saying quality of goal, because quality of goal, Drogba's headers up there. You got Moises Caicedo, Bournemouth halfway line. I'll never forget Reece James screamer against Brighton.
You don't want to talk about quality of goals, by the way.
No, but like, hold on.
Against West Ham.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
or Arsenal.
Why are you still arguing quality of goals? I'm not arguing quality of goals. Like,
no,
even
you're talking about quality on, you know.
Some of the quality goals because I can remember.
That's just
like,
what I add to your list, you know.
Do you remember Reece James screamer against Brighton? Even though we didn't win that one.
Yes.
Yes, I remember. Also
and then obviously Reece James near post in this World Cup. The Reece James. Bournemouth, Juventus, Reece James.
I remember Reece James' free kick more in the same Benfica game than it was in Nkunku's goal.
Yeah.
Bro,
that goal was amazing.
I'm trying to point out that like the occasion of the Fernando Torres goals makes it really memorable, not necessarily the goal itself.
Because the way we're dismantling his argument, I love it. I love
it. Well, really he's kind of doing it to himself.
Yeah.
Man literally mentioned Reece James in Benfica, but that game he literally scored a banger.
But it's like, I think you can have banger goals, remember them, and you can have just occasion.
Hey, Marshall, you remember that Nkunku goal for life? That's good. That's nice. I won't. It's gonna be on the hard drive for me next season.
I'm just never gonna obviously I'm never gonna forget that game because there's never been a game like that ever in the existence of football.
Chris, the way you just patronized Marshall with that, like the way like
he does it to me, you will do it to me.
Like when a first graders try to spell the letter A for the first time, you're like, oh my god, you did it, good job. Like, oh my god, bro.
Oh Jesus!
Like you can't do this to me, man. If I'm gonna get these digs in, I'm gonna get them in.
Here, I'm just gonna divert to Thiago Silva.
We ain't seen any clips there.
My glorious king, my glorious
king.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen this. This nice.
Glorious king, man. My glorious king.
I know I don't look at Twitter so much lately, but I did see this.
No, Thiago Silva's the man, bro. Like, I appreciate the fuck out of this.
He's a hero to this club, a cult hero for sure.
He's a legend to me.
I don't mind. Legend. I can call him a legend too, but I think, like people might get a bit hurt because he only played 4 years.
Think. Yeah, he's a legend, bro. Look at that.
And he loves Chelsea, man. He loves Chelsea, so that's
his kids could have been playing in Brazil. His kids are literally playing for us in London. His kids could have been chilling in Rio de Janeiro, man, with the sun. Instead of this shit.
I reckon, I don't know, just if he's a manager, man, you know, who knows, man, this guy might make a return for Chelsea.
Chris, don't.
He's not English. He's not English.
My dreams, Chris, don't, man, don't.
He's not English. It could be okay.
Thiago Silva as like our defensive coordinator, I would do.
He seems like because I saw in one of the games he was telling the manager what formation to go.
No, dude, he literally that was the last game against Al Ahly. That's what he was saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can see him being a manager. But yeah, what a man! Like this guy he's not human either.
I hope
I
hope he does his coaching badges and does that in the future, man. I would be so happy.
What'd you guys think of his performance against Chelsea though? I thought he wasn't at fault for any of the goals. Like I thought he did what he had to do.
I mean, he stopped it going for 2-0 at one point, didn't he?
I don't think you can really blame him for the clearance he had that landed on João Pedro, because João Pedro's goal was also like, holy shit, bro! Like.
And he
not very often.
He couldn't get up fast enough to close on the angle when he just blocked the goal. I get it.
No, that's on the midfield.
Like the deflection goal right back to you. I can't fault.
The midfield, the other defenders, like they just gave him the space to take that. He had all the time in the world to take that shot. So first of all, I'll say this too. Anyone who thinks João Pedro didn't mean to score that, you're fucking ridiculous.
Wait, why wouldn't you he shot that?
No, because people were like, oh, he didn't. That got lucky. Oh, he got lucky on that. And
I think they're living in some sort of la land. They think he.
Yeah, a lot of people live in that la land, especially our Chelsea fans.
Yeah, some of them do actually, but I mean, I thought that number 4 centre back. I don't know who his name was, but I remember number 4 from their team was okay next to Thiago. I didn't notice the other centre back too much, but yeah, like Thiago, He's like what 40 years old now, turning 41 maybe. He's not human. He's just. I wish we kept him. I still wish we kept this guy around. He's a leader.
I would have wanted him one more season, and this
and
season have him be the rotation season, like what Tosin's doing, like rotate him in some games.
Oh yeah, I would much prefer that.
Nothing like games where we're like maybe sitting back a little, where he doesn't have to run as much. We're not playing a high line. Like just keep Thiago Silva in those, But I think he could have been here another season, and we would have been.
I do miss him.
Poch ran him to the ground.
No,
I miss him too.
I agree.
I miss him too. I think Poch ran him to the ground. And fuck that guy, bro. I want to talk.
I don't know if he ran him to the ground. I don't think he's human. The guy is going 40 and still playing and like top level right now. Where's Ronaldo, man? Where's Ronaldo?
Don't you dare. If you're gonna do what you're gonna do, I hope you're not gonna do it. Don't
what?
do it.
What am I gonna do?
Talk about US.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Thank
I was saying since
you guys lost, didn't you?
We
Chris
basically talked about
said.
because we basically talked about what we're expecting, what we want in the next game, aka the final. Do you want to just knock down the major news for today, or do you want to just talk about it since we're like only an hour and 30?
About Nani?
Yeah.
I mean, go say what you're gonna say.
No, dude. If Chelsea, don't fuck this up. Chelsea. I know it's 50 million with add-ons. If it's even 45 with 5,
take it.
Maybe push it. Let's say you want 48 guaranteed with 2 million add-ons. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Get it done. Because we still make 21 million profit. And if we're planning to sell our youth kid, this left back who's supposed to be very highly rated, I do admit, to Strasbourg, basically to ourselves for 8 million, we basically pay for Delap. We basically paid for Delap right there.
You mean João Pedro? Because Delap was 30.
Yeah, Chris, 21 plus 8 is 29.
Oh, no, I think Madueke's fee like 50 million. Sorry, my bad.
Yes, Chris, and we bought him for 28. So if we sell him for 50, Chris, it's 22 million.
Oh, no, I was just going off the whole 50 in all fairness.
Yeah, I'm going off profit, bro.
Yeah, okay, you're just going
off profit, my bad. It's all good. So we could have got Delap. Wages done. Right? So I just don't fuck this up. It's a golden opportunity. For some reason, these idiots want to buy him for that much money. Fair play. Yeah.
Hasn't Arsenal actually gone with like an AB intent with 50 million anyway? Or
the report is they've bid 50 million, but it's 50 million with add-ons. But Chelsea want over 50 million for the base.
Don't be greedy, man. Just take it. They should just take that.
For the base fee without add-ons.
Yeah, they should just take that.
That's what I'm saying. If it's okay, if it's 45, bump it up to 48. I don't care. Do 2 million add-ons. Just sell them now. Don't fuck this up.
I mean, it could potentially stop them getting like a Rodrigo too. Well, I look there, like I don't
know.
It
is because the Rodrigo news has actually gone down, and it looks like they're going for Eze and Madueke for now, because Chelsea want between 50 to 55. So I'm like, okay, just don't fuck this up. Just don't fuck this up. Just get.
I mean, he would definitely help with Saka, like being a rotation to squad player for Saka, because they need some sort of backup to Saka, because Saka might end up just dying on the field with his legs just broken. This guy has to play.
They're also thinking of him as left wing cover actually.
That too, yeah, he can play on. But isn't he like unhappy playing on the left wing? That's why he's had.
He's fine with the project. He's fine with the project based on reports. He's fine with.
Yeah, that's why I don't get. If he plays the left wing for Arsenal, then
Yeah, because apparently we want minimum 50 million cash in hand, and we're looking at around 55. But even if it's like a 48 with like 5 million add-ons, take it. That's 53 million. I don't care. Make a 2 million one of their add-ons, like if they get top 4, so we get 50 million basically. Just get it done, dude.
No, we gotta make the add-on like what Tottenham did for Kudus.
No.
They do. They
add-on. Chris.
Never getting activated.
Chris, he doesn't know. Let me tell him.
I actually don't know it.
He doesn't know. So the reason it's not been done yet, maybe it has been done. I haven't checked Twitter, but the reason the Kudus deal hasn't gone across the line for Spurs yet is because they had add-ons that for West Ham that Kudus can get them if Tottenham win the Champions League and the Premier League.
Yeah. It's done though.
Oh, it's done? It's done. It's okay.
Is it done?
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, Chris, the add-ons were literally them winning the champs or the Prem. So basically, the add-ons are never getting activated.
Yeah, like it's almost like with Mudryk as well. We did Premier League and Champions League for Mudryk and
Ballon d'Or. Don't
Ballon
forget
d'Or for 5 million. Yes, yeah, that was crazy.
Ballon d'Or clause.
That is some people ran with that. Oh, this guy's gonna be Ballon d'Or winner. No, we ain't.
I'll be honest, guys. Like, in terms of Madueke, I do think there's a good player there, but I think his time at Chelsea is done, and he's just
Definitely.
he's had 3 seasons now to show like levels, right? And he has improved, but he hasn't improved to the levels where I would like him to be. And when people say he's not Chelsea level, I can't disagree with that. Like, where I want Chelsea to be, he's just not there. Especially after watching him yesterday against Fluminense, bro. If you're struggling like this against Fluminense, bro, you're gonna keep struggling like this in the Prem. Like, he just couldn't get anything off. He was constantly like, I know the stats don't say it, but like from what we were seeing, like just nothing he was doing was getting pulled off. Like nothing he could do was working. Like, I know he had one moment where he passed it to Jackson and Jackson couldn't score. So like that, like he had one moment, but that's it. That's all he was able to create in that cameo. Other than that, he was just so frustrating to watch. And like the more I watch it, the more frustrating it gets. And it's just like, I can't. I like him as a person. I think it sucks because he's good buddies with Cole. I don't know where the logic is coming from. Yeah, I don't know where the logic is coming from in terms of why he thinks Arsenal he's gonna get a better chance. I mean, he's definitely not gonna get much of a chance here at Chelsea, but I don't think Arsenal.
On the left, I can see him getting a chance. Like
on the left, but he's not that great on the left. I mean, I could see it, but yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like he can definitely be banning Martinelli and Trossard on the left because I don't think
you're mental for this. By the way, goal. I think you're right. I want Malik Fofana over Kudus. I'll be so honest with you, but
really.
That's because I'm ignorant.
I mean, I don't really want Kudus now. Like the way he's like just moved, like with this Tottenham, he doesn't want to like go to Chelsea for whatever reason. Maybe he thinks he'd get a better chance at Tottenham. I think that's weak mentality, but I do rate the player though. He is good, but I don't know. It's a bit of a shame he chose Tottenham.
Yeah, it's a shame he chose Arsenal. Nani chose Arsenal and Kudus chose Tottenham.
I don't mind Nani because like this guy sees he's probably getting moved out. Like Esteval, Gittins coming in. We've got Pedro as well, who's definitely
as of right now. I'll even say, and Esteval isn't even a starter. I'll even say Esteval's ahead of him.
But by the way, at least Madueke chose Arsenal, who's a good team. Like Tottenham. Okay, I mean Tottenham won the Europa League. I get it, but like, come on, they're not that great. They're not nowhere near as good as Arsenal. What do you mean?
Wait, why does that make it better?
Madueke choosing Arsenal because. This mentality, like, you know, wants to win trophies. What's Kudus? Is it going to be winning, like, Premier League or Champions League? No.
I mean...
They're not like...
Spurs have more European pedigree.
I know. They beat Man United
and they won a trophy more recently than Arsenal.
Yes, but... Come on, like...
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, what trophies are Arsenal going to win? Chris?
No, they're not winning no trophies either. But like,
Chris?
Come on, like if you go pick for the season next season to win the league, who you go pick? If your life depended on it, you might be fucked.
Life depended on it to win a trophy. Wait,
you might. No, win the Premier League next season. Who you backing? You know, for your life. Like you act like Europa League's hard. You act like Europa League is hard when I seen Chelsea win it every time they entered it. You think Chelsea, if they've got Europa League now, won't win it? Like we're not that amazing. Like we're good, but like we're not like it's not hard to win.
CP.
Yeah.
Did that decision get reversed?
Which one?
With Leon staying in Ligue 1?
Apparently yes.
Huh?
Yep.
Oh my days. Okay. Then TM 127, you might be right.
It's not fully gone through, but it's at the final stages of it. So that means if they're staying, Crystal Palace get knocked down to the Conference League, I think. And
I think Torres get Europa then.
Wow.
And
That's
being
kinda
top
crazy.
4, West Tottenham 17th,
Yeah.
near relegation.
Yeah. No, I get
Don't
that.
being top 4. Like, where's Tottenham next season? They sacked the manager who won them the trophy.
Yeah, no.
Where's
they're jokes.
like you're talking about mentality? What are they doing? Who's the next
Yeah.
manager?
Pray for PSG. Pray for PSG.
Don't give me that.
Speaking on the game, coming back to the game as well. Cole Palmer.
I know what this is from. I
This
can already know.
reaction. This reaction to
I saw a funny
Jackson
tweet
not
about this.
passing
What
it.
made me chuckle. They said the only thing I was annoyed about Cole Palmer, he could have injured himself doing this because he kicked the post and so he could hurt himself.
I mean,
I understand from Cole Palmer. Like, this motherfucker is shooting near post, like, and the keeper is already there. Like, he is being selfish, but he just wants to try respond to João Pedro. He's in like, you know what, I can score a goal too, but you can't.
mhm.
I had a whole disagreement with Jimmy about this because Jimmy, I feel like he's making it a bigger deal than it is. He's saying like, if
I
was,
know his take,
like,
and I don't
yeah.
disagree with it entirely. But go ahead.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm sorry. Jackson's done shit that's more disrespectful during his time at Chelsea than what one of these incidents. Because they're saying, oh, like one of your leaders. Palmer has never wanted to be a leader. He just wants to be what he wants to be, which is him focusing on his football. So if because Jimmy's whole thing was, but this is not a leader should do. That's why he's not even a vice captain, people.
Mm-hmm.
Who's our vice captains, guys? Our vice captains are people like Kaisedo, Enzo, and Reece James. It's not Palmer. Palmer doesn't seem he's more of a leader by example of how well he plays. He doesn't care about being a leader.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care about this. We've had times I've literally watched Kobe fucking talk shit about his teammates and like things like that. We literally had Benzema during halftime get mic'd up because Jim was saying, "Oh well, Benzema didn't know." You're telling me Benzema didn't know that cameras would be at the tunnel coming out of halftime? Are you like seriously? We've been watching football in the 21st century for how long? Everything's mic'd up now.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that Vinny's playing against us.
So yeah.
What kind of leadership was that by Benzema?
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He was criticized at the time, but then you could say the following season Vinny fucking broke through.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was
exactly
really controversial.
And he was literally their captain.
Mm-hmm.
And Benzema was literally their vice captain.
Yeah.
So that's why I disagree with Jimmy's take because
so so Jimmy's annoyed at Cole Palmer?
Yes.
For
Jimmy's
his reaction here.
I think you can vent your frustration.
If I was
Jackson,
he was pissed.
Yeah.
He was yelling at him.
Oh my god, he was yelling. Actually, I didn't see that. Damn.
Yeah, he was reaming him out.
This is the same guy.
Oh,
Can I you know what? If Jackson has the right to punch him in the face for this, Palmer has a right to knock this fucking guy out for last year with Poch when Palmer was waiting for the penalty and Jackson and Madueke were arguing about who should take the pen. How about that? In public, in front of the fucking world.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
What about that then? If Jackson has the right to punch him for this yell, then fucking Palmer has the right to fucking sack this guy and hit him in the balls for that shit in front of the whole world.
But here's the thing. Here's where I stand on it. Like, I understand being frustrated on the player. Big up, Scott. I understand being frustrated with Jackson. I don't think Palmer should have reacted this way. Because I get it. I get it. You're frustrated. You want to score a goal after you just scored another goal. Like, you want to get your stat. Like, there's multiple factors. I think simply said, I'll be honest with you, simply said, it was hot as fuck. So I think Palmer was just fucking really easily irritated simply because of the heat. So it did cause him to react. Like, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I look at Palmer in this heat. I feel bad for him because you could tell he's not used to this heat. He looks like he's going to pass out any minute. Like, I am so actually concerned for this guy. You see the bags under his eye. Like, he looks like he's going to have a heat stroke any minute. But I just think he was just really fucking really, really irritable because of the heat. Obviously frustrated because it was a dumb decision from Jackson. Jackson clearly being selfish, which we want strikers to be selfish, sure, but you could tell where that selfishness was coming from. It was coming from like, oh, I got to show the manager that.
The thing is, Jackson is actually not normally that selfish when he sees an.
No, he's not. Like, I was surprised. I was surprised he didn't pass it.
Jackson will like pass the Cole normally.
He's been doing that a bit this season, and here's the thing.
At the start, he was linking up well. Cole Palmer, if you remember.
If you're a striker or a player who scores goals, selfishness is fine as long as you score them. You know why? Because João Pedro scored his second goal when he had 3 other runners. He could have passed it, but he scored, and that's why we don't bash him. But if he didn't score, then we would have been like, why didn't this fucking guy pass to the other people?
Yeah. Like, no, that's true.
So if you're a striker, we base it on.
He's at a very hard angle to score too.
Right? Second of all, then
it's not all right. I'm saying I get the context.
Second of all, Jimmy was also saying, well, why is this guy yelling at him if we're 2-0 up? Yes, but if a strike, how many times in world football have we had when a team's 2-0 up and the striker's angry at another player for not passing to him? We've seen top strikers yell at other teammates when they're winning 2-0, 3-0 up because they're hungry to score more, because that's what they feel like their job is. So why am I getting mad at Cole Palmer for doing the same thing? He's not a striker, but he was my primary goal scorer for 2 seasons now, not Jackson. Yeah. So if my primary goal scorer is getting pissed at another guy for not giving him the ball, why am I pissed? I've seen so many top strikers literally yell at their teammates for not fucking passing them the ball. And we say, oh my God, look at this ruthless winning mentality. But now we're criticizing Palmer for that? Why?
But I also don't think it's that deep. Like, anyone who's saying this is going to cause a division in the club now.
Who's making, that's why I said, me and Scott have both said on the same stream, on Lewis's stream today, we don't think it's a big deal. But Jimmy is the one saying there could be fights in the dressing room.
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Things like that, it could escalate to that. But I'm like, dude, Jose Mourinho literally said when we were winning leagues, there would be fights at halftime. Mikel literally said quotes like that. So even when we were winning, there were people who wanted to fight each other during halftime. So who gives fights are going to happen with people regardless if you're winning or losing sometimes, because you have differences of opinion and you're all strong-headed.
I do think in this situation, like, obviously, I don't think, because there's also context to it. Like, even though it's all what's the word? Self-inflicted in Jackson's end. I don't think reacting that way to him not doing that helps it, but he's not thinking about that in the moment. He's probably thinking, dude, it's fucking hot as shit out. You could have just passed it to me. What the actual fuck?
Also, you've been shit longer than I have.
That's also not
right. Let's be honest. Wrong. We're criticizing Palmer for falling off in 2025. Jackson fell off in November 2024.
Hey, nah, Cole's not completely.
And I don't agree with Jimmy. I wouldn't have gone back and like just punch him in the face for it. Like, no, I don't think that would have solved the damn.
Wait, what? He said
Scott can attest to this. He was there for the stream when I was disagreeing.
But no, like this happens. Like you said, it's hot. It's hot. You gotta vent your frustration. This happens in football. I feel like a lot of people know this.
This fan base loves making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, it's not deep.
And Scott,
nothing. I guarantee you, the funniest thing about all of this,
Palmer.
The funniest thing about all of this, and this is why I don't give a shit, is I guarantee these guys got to the dressing room, they had a little chat, and no one gave a shit anymore because we won 2-0.
Yeah, even Jackson after it, he
raised
his hands up and said,
I guarantee you, they got to the dressing room, they had a little chat, everyone was probably gassed that we won, everyone was probably gassed they got to go inside, because like you said, Marshall, it was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And then they moved on with their lives.
And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna, because I'm up front, and so is Jimmy. Jimmy's also the same person on stream, and I agree with the majority of the time when he's like, dude, I hate this fan base. I hate when they blow via things or blow up things that shouldn't matter that much. But then he did the same thing today.
That's crazy.
He said it could lead to other things. If I was Jackson, I would have punched him in the face. Like, what are we doing?
He wouldn't have. They would argue that this happens. Like in my football team, like we argue. A lot of my players actually argue in the train, especially in the heat or matches or whatever. They can get heated, and after that,
we see Ronaldo do this on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and no one cares, and no one should care because he's Ronaldo. And I'll be honest, that's just him and his personality. I've seen other players do it. Like, who cares? Like, who gives a shit.
I remember checking Ivanovic when Ivanovic tried clearing and Czech tried picking up and Czech really yelled at him. Like I was so surprised because I never seen Czech do anything like that. But yeah, I remember that. That was years ago. That was.
Yeah.
Dude, we literally heard
let's
stories
move on.
about
Let's move on from
Ronaldo
that
for
whole
not giving him the
situation.
ball.
Because this is Kaisedo coming out of the tour bus or the bus, and he's wrapped up his ankle. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to be available, but it is cause for concern because there is a possibility he won't be available.
Well, he did.
I'm
leave
pretty
a quote.
He left a quote. You know?
What?
You didn't
You don't know about this?
No, can you guys? You
Oh,
guys
yeah,
both
he-
spoke at the same time.
Okay.
So an hour after the game, he basically said like, "Happy for the results. See you on Sunday."
Okay.
So basically,
Yeah, he's probably gonna play through it.
Yeah, like basically insinuating that he's gonna be ready for Sunday. So that's where the fan base is like not losing their shit.
After this tournament, he needs a break.
He will.
needs
He's
his
gonna get 3
Like,
weeks,
this
maybe
guy-
even 4.
Ligaments is made out of something. Like I don't know. Like
He won't get 4 weeks.
No, he might get 4 weeks.
No,
I
Maresca
feel
might-
like the
Maresca
biggest
might tell him
brother,
to just miss out on the.
because we
No,
got
Brother, you hold on. Maresca might literally just tell him, we don't need you for the preseason matches. Just
Against
come
Bayer
back for the last.
Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Marshall,
Managed
no,
by-
Marshall. No, wait. Let me just get my calendar up here. Do you know how far away 4 weeks is?
Yeah. And we're asking for those all questions. How many hours is that, Marshall?
Okay. So Sunday is the last game. Then the
Marshall.
20th.
Yeah.
Go and look at. I beg you go and look at a calendar and work out how far away 4 weeks is from the 13th or from the 14th, which is when
Okay,
they
I'm looking at there's a calendar right here.
From the
right?
13th. From the 13th. Okay.
Okay, from the
One,
13th,
two,
the
three.
20th, that's 1 week, 27th, 2 weeks left of July. Then you go into August 3rd, August 10th, 4 weeks. Then Crystal Palace is our opening game.
Yeah, so he would come back if what you just said is true. He'd come
The
back
3rd of August.
the week commencing the 11th, 6 days
Mhm.
before we play Palace.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. The 3rd of
Having
August.
played no preseason, having done no training,
Yeah.
having done nothing. He's getting
Oh,
3
good
weeks and no more, as with the
Mhm.
rest of the players.
Not
Actually,
even 3
bro, I
weeks.
don't even know if these guys are going to get. I don't even know if these guys are going to get 3 weeks.
No, they're
When
getting
is
3
the-
weeks.
when is the
It's
Leverkusen
government
game?
law, so they're getting the 3 weeks, but the first game I think is on the 8th or something, and it's against Bayer Leverkusen, managed by Eric Ten Hag. Kaisedo, you can do your training. Don't play that game. It's okay, brother. You don't
Yeah.
need to play.
Yeah,
that.
I say we got one.
That's within the 3 week period that I'm telling you
No,
about.
no, that's after the 3 week.
After 3 weeks. So what's the last game before the season starts?
AC Milan on the 10th.
AC Milan.
So maybe he plays that.
Yeah,
Because that's
maybe
the
he'll
week
probably play that.
before.
I'm saying-
That's a literal
No,
week before Crystal Palace.
It's just I'm worried about like his
You can't
ligaments
go
and
into the
stuff.
start of the season having had no minutes in preseason and doing
Yeah.
like 5 days worth of training.
Yeah, play AC Milan. Just don't play Bayer Leverkusen.
I'm just saying maybe. Because I really don't think the preseason is going to matter so much in this one because this is essentially, I'm not going to say this has been preseason, but anything that Maresca's been wanting to instill in the team, he's kind of been doing it in the same time that he's been playing this tournament. So I think preseason for me, this preseason in particular is getting players up to speed, which Enzo's up to speed, Palmer's up to speed, Kaisedo's up to speed, Cucurella's up to speed. Like these are the key players that you don't really have to train them too much. Preseason is going to be like getting your fitness back up. So in the sense of the fitness back up, I think, yeah, you know what? You're right. I think he is going to play AC Milan and just to make sure he's okay in terms of fitness. But yeah, I think 3 weeks should be plenty of rest for these players. Because literally
I'm
after
just
2
worried
weeks,
about,
after
like,
2
the-
weeks, you're doing muscle
The
atrophy
close
already.
calls of like his injuries, like
There's been a lot.
That's why
Like, this
that's why I
guy's
wanna, like, the
durable as
rest-
shit, bro.
I know. I don't know. His ligaments are made out of steel or something because he doesn't die.
Rate him, dude.
Like
The Wolverine. Come on.
he just doesn't die. Like every time like he's down and looks hurt or injured, he could be out. Like he just gets back up and plays the rest of the game. Doesn't even get subbed off in that game. But yeah, like I felt like he needed a little bit more rest than a lot more players because he plays every game basically and most minutes each of those games. Like didn't he have a record? He played like every game, like 30 games, about like
in all the games he played.
Yeah.
Every game.
So.
Wait, Scott. Since
I
you're
just
here,
felt like it deserved a little bit of an extra break. That's all.
Wait, Scott. Since you're here, what would your lineup be for this Sunday?
You start.
It would be, unfortunately, Sanchez in goal. It would be James, Tosin, Cole, Cucurella, Enzo Caicedo, as long as he's fit to play.
This is the tough part.
Then what do you do?
You're playing Pedro Neto, I'm assuming.
He's definitely playing. I'm just working out where I'd play him.
Sorry.
I think.
You think Delap might start and he play on the left?
Do you want to hear ours? Our attacks?
Yeah, I'd say just before you go, Marshall. I'd say
Okay, go. No, I already-
Neto on the right, João Pedro on the left, Palmer in the 10, Delap up front.
Because Marshall says,
I was like,
That's it.
you
That's
can't
what
have
I said.
Nkunku in the. I'll be real. You can't have Nkunku in the team because as good as he was yesterday, off the two things he was terrible at, one of them was off the ball. Like you see with this PSG team, I didn't even watch the game tonight, but from everything I've heard, you against this PSG team, you cannot have passages. You cannot have passages. Gusto can't play because of that reason. Cannot play because of that reason. Nkunku, as good as he's been, can't play because of that reason. Jackson can't play because of that reason. You saw when he came off the bench how literally, he pressed for that one moment. Cool, 1 moment in 30 minutes means nothing. He can't play. Noni just speaks for itself, obviously. There's other players you probably could put in from a pressing perspective, but like they're just not it on the ball, like KDH or something. But yeah, that'd probably be my lineup.
I think Marshall and Chris should say their lineup because mine is the most obscure and might shock you. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah. I mean, mine's like very similar to that. I think I'd just play Reece James at right back and Cucurella left back, and Tosin and Colwell as the centre backs, and Kaisedo and Enzo as the midfielders with Cole Palmer as the 10, because Cole Palmer will probably drop deep and help the midfield as well. So I'll be fine with that. But yeah, like I'm a little bit. I kind of agree with Scott because Nkunku off the ball and they press really well PSG. So like I don't know if Nkunku would be a good match for that. Maybe obviously as the bench player I wouldn't mind it, but like maybe I might agree with that. Actually think about it. Like Delap on the counter as well. Maybe it might do something. But yeah, like I mean. With João Pedro, he can do everything. On the ball, he's very technical and all that, and he's a good passer. He can take a long shot, what we just saw already, like outside the box. So, I think I might just agree with just Scott's lineup. I think that's a good lineup.
I will say just before Marshall goes with his, there are certain things I need to see, or there are certain non-negotiables in terms of things I want to see. Number one, I do not want to see Reece James invert, and he needs to be right centre back, right back, whatever, to deal with Kvaratskhelia and Mendes. I do not want him inverting and being in a position where he's getting caught out or having to recover because they're attacking. Off the back of that, Pedro Neto needs to be the right winger because so far he's shown to be, of all of our attackers, probably the best in terms of off the ball. Like he's actually been working really hard this tournament, not just in the attacking third. So for me, that's the right hand side, just because that gives you a level of number one, actually good defending at right back. Number two, it gives you a level of work rate on the right hand side from the attack, and it gives you the tools to combat what is the best left side in the whole of football currently.
Wait, who does Nkunku make better decisions though? Over who? Like
What?
Delap, I guess.
And Nkunku needs to hold bench. Like again, as good as he's been.
I mean, I like Nkunku this tournament, but I actually agree with Scott on that one. Probably not this game.
Like last game, he was very good in terms of on the ball. Like his understanding of where to be when he was in attack, like connecting the team and everything, was really good. The two things that were bad was the final ball, just whether it was the pass or shot, wasn't great, and off the ball he sucked. Like he was not helping Cucurella down that left hand side.
He's never really greatest off the ball though, is he?
No, I also don't expect that from Nkunku.
Yeah,
but you can't have that against his PSG team. What's they called? Show tonight. Otherwise they'll kill.
So for me, my lineup is going to be Reese and Cucurella on the fullbacks. Then I'm going Tosin, Levi, Enzo, Kaisedo. If Lavia's fit, Lavia in there. And then I'm probably gonna go. Oh, how did I do this before? Fuck. No.
Well, you said if Lavia starts.
No.
I think you did the same exact. No, you did the João Pedro on the left with Delap up front.
I did João Pedro on the left, Delap up front, and Neto because I wanted Palmer in there. So yeah, Lavia doesn't fit in there.
No,
so, yeah,
your idea.
No, you did.
No, wait, your idea, João Pedro on the bench if you play Lavia, because you have Neto, wouldn't you? Regardless.
The other thing I would say that Marshall you could do and I would accept is if you drop the lap, put João Pedro up front, put Palmer as the like winger / 10,
and then
put Lavia
there.
What game was it that Palmer did that for?
Benfica, the most memorable game ever.
Yeah,
Benfica. He was actually good when he played there. Like, so you could do that, then get the 3 in midfield you want, and then it's just Enzo pushing forward. Like that, I don't mind. If you want to make it a bit more of a battle in midfield, obviously with the 3 day block.
But I wouldn't. I like Kaisedo, but I wouldn't put him up against a Kvaratskhelia right back. I'm sorry.
Or Reese playing.
Just leave it to Reese because Reese has been able to pocket, deceptive dribblers before, and I'm not worried about Cucurella. I'll be honest.
I don't think Lavia starts at all.
Even if
he gets fit,
I don't think Lavia starts either.
Because Lavia will be on the bench.
Go ahead, CP.
So I heard you say something, Scott, you don't want to see, and my team's gonna make you see them.
Oh, I hate you so.
He'd just want you.
I'll explain my logic why. I'm thinking very defensively. So it's Gusto as right back.
Right, okay. Starting off great.
I'll tell you later. You know what? We both know we're not big fans, but I'll tell you what. Caldwell and Tosin, Cucurella, and then my midfield would be James, Kaisedo, Enzo as 10, Palmer in the right wing, Pedro Neto on the left, and then João Pedro in the middle. Now, can I explain myself before you lose your point?
Please do. Jesus, wept.
Okay, so you know how when they play, right? The midfielders pass it straight to the wingers. They get the ball, and then the fullbacks are another outlet, even like in a wider position, like today's game against Hakimi. So my logic is, like for example, like Gusto's tracking the Nuno Mendes run while Reese is trapping Kvaratskhelia. Do you get what I'm saying? And then Kaisedo's like tracking, let's say a Desiree Douid run while Cucurella's tracking like a Nuno Mendes, that kind of thing.
I mean, I get it. I don't
That's
like
what
it.
my logic was. Mine was pure defensive. I wasn't thinking offensively. I stated that in the beginning of it too.
Yeah, but like the problem I have with that, I agree with what Morning Zombie says. I do not think against this PSG team you can just bunker in and like try and hit on the.
Botafogo did a bit. That's why I'm saying this, because they're the ones who.
Yeah, Botafogo kind of did it. Which I understand that, but I just. Botafogo don't have the same quality we have.
That's how they won it. That's the only reason why I'm saying this.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but
I don't like it.
For me, like the biggest thing with that before Scott goes, for me, my biggest reason for not doing that is because I don't want to let Vitinha play. Like that guy is like the heartbeat of the creativity in that midfield.
But can't you have Kaisedo on it?
You could. But if I don't know if you're letting them play, the way I'm envisioning it, what you said Botafogo is just kind of let them have the ball and then just get them on a counterattack, which I guess you can kind of strangle.
I'm just trying to stop their wing play. I'm trying to stop the midfielders trying to get to the wings and then exploit also the wing backs.
But I think if you're going to do that, you have to play your best fullbacks. And for me, like this is why, and people say it's an agenda. I don't know who those people are, and I could give two shits to be honest. Gusto can't play this game. I don't care that he looked all right yesterday and he was decent. He has too many lapses. I cannot have him giving the ball away from a shit pass in our defensive third and allowing Dembele and Kvaratskhelia and Doué probably or Barcola, whoever starts in transition or Vitinha in transition. Like that's stupid. Like, and I don't want to see James in there either. Like
in the midfield.
It has to be James at right back. Has to be. to combat Kvaratskhelia. Like, that's the best left winger in the world currently. So you put the best right back in the Premier League, arguably the world, in there.
I get it, yeah.
When he's fit. I don't invert him because fuck that.
It's just I'm scared of Enzo's mobility. That's the only like.
No, but that's why I think I would actually change. I think that's why if he's fit, and even if he's not actually, fuck it. Like, baptism of fire. Put Santos in there if need be. I know he won't.
If Lavia's not fit, yeah. Okay.
If Lavia's not fit, put Santos in there.
Why not?
Santos
Why
would be
why not
okay
Enzo?
if he
'Cause
does
I
play
think
just
Enzo
'cause
still
he's
puts in a
played
good
against
work.
Maybe you could put Enzo at the 10.
Yeah, have 3 of them. Like, I'd be down with that.
Well,
Like,
3 midfielders. It has to be 3 midfielders. That's what
I don't mind 3 midfielders because it matches every.
Yeah,
I'm fine
get
with
3. Either Lavia, Kaisedo.
I agree. I agree with
Or Santos,
Gusto.
Kaisedo, and Enzo, but have 3 midfielders. That's good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because
I
even
don't know if
before
I
I was
can
saying Santos. Like, I didn't say it in my lineup, but I was saying, like, it could be Lavia, Kaisedo, Enzo. It could be Santos, Kaisedo, Enzo. That's you. We still win the midfield battle with those 3.
But
with either of those 3.
With the Gusto, I agree with Scott. If you watch today's game, they played off their mistakes from like passing it or just holding the ball. Like,
and
Gusto could do that, and then we
Yeah.
get punished. And then they
As
do
good
their
as
thing.
Gusto's recoveries have been and
Yeah,
making up for his mistakes, that PSG's not gonna let you do that.
I cannot
PSG
have
won't
him.
let you
He
do that.
cannot play, man.
They link up too well in their counter as
Like,
well.
he'll make a mistake and he won't be able to recover from
You're
it.
right.
Hey,
Scott.
you know what they do? You know what they do? You know how they boot it forward into the corner? They boot the Gusto straight away. Try that, man.
I think you're right because then Santos and Kaisedo have because if you leave Enzo in the 10 in a sense, he can still press, but then even if he doesn't have enough mobility, he can maybe track like a Fabio Ruiz while Vitinha's like Caicedo's tracking Vitinha and Lavia's tracking, or Santos is tracking Neves. I get you. Yeah, that makes more sense actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna give them a run for their money. I don't know how you feel about
I
it.
think we will as well. Like, I'm not worried. Like, they're definitely the best team we're going to face. Like, they were the better team we could face over Real Madrid. They're the best team in world football currently. Like, and yeah, I think there's a level of like, how do I word this? Of like not being scared, but having like knowing you're in for a game, for lack of a better term. Like, they are going to give us a game. It is going to be tough, but we have to go out there, play our game, continue to play how we have done, because we played outside of that Flamengo game. We played really well this tournament, and like, it just has to continue. And like I said, I want to see certain people play who deserve to play. Like, obviously the ones that are going to play, João Pedro, Neto, people like that. Those that come back into the team, like if the lap comes back into the team, brother, no elbows. And if there are elbows, little sneaky ones. Maybe you can't get away with because VAR, but little sneaky ones. Not just elbowing around.
Sorry.
I mean, I also feel like, personally, the refereeing in this tournament have been so soft that I feel like Delap gets away with that in the Prem any day. Like, no, I don't think he should have been even.
Marshall, he got the most yellow cards. Marshall, he got the most yellow cards.
Yeah, because the refereeing here is shit. Like, it genuinely just any physicality is a yellow with these referees.
Like, he got the most yellow cards in the Premier League last season.
That's what we're saying. The Prem.
Oh.
He got the joint most cards in the Premier League last season. He got more than Kaisedo did, by the way, who got like 9 before Christmas.
Yeah, they'll get better.
They'll get better. He has to, like, that's the side of his game he has to work on. I've always said, among other things, like the what's it called, the touch with his feet. But yeah, if he's going to come back in the team, I need to see a response. In terms of, we didn't see it from Jackson last game. You know, now it's your turn to show a response. Because if you do, then I'll have no complaints at the end of the day. Like, if Jackson came on yesterday, shown a response, but like, cool. Looks like you've responded well to João Pedro coming in and smashing 2 goals in and doing whatnot. He didn't. In fact, he did fuck all. But here we are. I need the lap to come in. If he's going to play, to come in and show something. But I wouldn't play him. I'd like I said, João Pedro starting, pack that midfield.
I wouldn't mind if he played, just because I think give Marquinhos a fucking headache, because no Pacho, so they're not going to have, in my opinion, their best center back. Marquinhos, he's good, but he's not as good as Pacho's been for them. So kind of get Delap in there to just fucking exploit that. But then again, I don't know. As I just noticed, this thing is fucking.
I think Enzo picks João Pedro definitely for, like, he 100% starts after that performance he had. Like you saw in his first game when he got subbed on, he looked really good. He looked better in the lap when he came on. I thought he improved us, but even that start as well. Like you just don't bench that. His link up was perfect. The goals he scored was unreal. Like he got 2 goals in his first start. Yeah, but I don't know about his fitness levels because like the manager's definitely not like making him play more than 60 minutes a game.
The other reason why I'd potentially have the lap on the bench and bring him on later is just because like if you're ahead in a game, and even if you're not, but like if you're ahead in the game, you can use him as a battering ram. You know, you use those Robert Sanchez long balls that are absolutely tragic, but he's going to win like 90% of them. He can hold the ball up, take it to the corner, like drive us up the pitch a bit, and allow us to just like hold on to the ball. So yeah, like I'm just not. Like I said, certain people I don't want to see play for differing reasons, and some for the same reasons. So there's got to be certain things. Like I said, the right hand side, Luis and Neto, this has to be. I don't want to see Palmer out there because he'll have to. Either he's going to have to hold width, and two things. Number one is he's going to have to hold width, which I'm not enamored with, or it means that Reece has got to push up, which is going to leave space for Kvaratskhelia behind. Number two is Palmer's nowhere near good off the ball defensively as Neto, which you're going to need with Mendes getting forward.
So one final player I want to talk about before we call the stream, because we didn't talk about him, and I think he deserves to be spoken about. We have to talk about Pedro Neto. I ain't gonna lie to you. This moment right here, absolutely phenomenal.
I just saw this as well, like on my Twitter.
Yeah,
he broke his ankles, man. Yeah,
I saw it live. It was insane.
He broke his ankles.
The thing is, what impressed me the most wasn't the fact that he did this. It was the fact that he did this. It wasn't like the move. It was more so like how quick he changed to do it. Because he I don't think he was planning to do that, but when he saw the player like fall and go for like the low, he was just like, I'm quickly changing trajectory. I don't think we scored from this, did we? But regardless,
I wonder what phone this was, because that's some good quality, by the way. I don't know how far he is though, but
Neto's been so phenomenal this game. I mean, Scott, since you got here a little late, talk to us about Neto's performance.
Live, by the way.
What happened?
I completely forgot you guys were live.
It happens. It was
if I said this, it's a different story.
Well, you do it often.
Okay.
But Scott, talk to us about your reaction to Neto's performance against Fluminense.
He was very good again, like playing on the left-hand side this time. Some morons tried to tell me that he was worse than Kudus on the left-hand side. Like, it just
wow.
Watch Lewis's stream if you don't understand that. But yeah, he was excellent playing like as a left winger, which he's been able to play. It was a position that for a while, like up until this tournament, it was the side you could argue he was better on the past season, and it gave us an outlet in terms of like just stretching the pitch on that side because their right wing back was getting very high up the pitch. So it just allows us to like just push that side. You saw, especially in the second half, there were a lot of like attempted, more often than not, because some of them didn't make it, but attempted switches out to him. He was holding that width. It allowed him to get balls into the box. No, he was very good again. And like I've said this before, but this tournament, he has been the biggest winner of this tournament in terms of coming out of it. Like he is number one above all else because he came into this tournament off the back of, I'll be kind and say, a slightly below average season. Like people can say, oh, he got the goals towards the end, like the Fulham goal was really important, this, that, and the other. It just wasn't good enough. For £60 million, whatever we paid for him, it was not good enough.
Yeah.
He's come into this tournament and it's like he's completely different. I'm just taking out the stuff from the other day for a moment because that's a whole nother thing he has to deal with. But to have the turnaround he's had from the goals he scored, from the way he's playing in different systems. We saw against Flamengo, obviously it didn't work for like most of the team, but for Neto it did. Playing that counter-attacking, going back to what he was doing at Wolves, really suited him. We've seen him then play both sides on the left and right, and it's worked both sides. We've seen him play in possession when he's had to get forward, when he's had to make decisions. Obviously, I think the first game wasn't great from him, the LAFC game, or at least the first half wasn't. Apart from that, like it's been brilliant. Like he has been brilliant. And like I just hope he carries this on next season because the way he's playing right now, he is the locked-in starter on on one of the wings. Doesn't matter which one, but he is a locked-in, written-in pen starter right now on the wing. The only question is who's his partner. Is it Gittins? Is it Esteval? Is it, as yet unnamed new signing, Rodrigo? Is it someone like that? Who knows? All I know is he's the starter next season.
I agree. I think he's been sensational. He's been nearly untouchable on that wing. Like I feel like we're seeing what Neto really is, because when he was at Wolves, I remember him just, first of all, mostly being very injury prone. Secondly, also, just taking advantage of counterattacks, really. Like, I'm not seeing that player anymore. Like, yeah, he can give you a good counterattack. He's still dangerous on that. He's been fit, but he's just been able to beat his man on the right, on the left. Like, he's just been so phenomenal at retaining the ball. The crosses have been more effective now than they were before, in my opinion. Now that we're gonna have like a João Pedro or a Delap that can, has better probably better heading ability than what we had with Jackson. And the link up play too is gonna be sensational. It's I like it a lot. I'm really happy with Neto, and I'm happy he's turning it around. And people, we were talking about this yesterday. Like, we live in an age now, and it's so unfortunate that a lot of people just are not patient to give players time. I'm still very much of giving players 2 seasons, even if I'm not happy with them. I'll still give them a second season to prove me wrong.
Even like they had to stink in the first season.
Yeah, because the first season you're.
Wait, do you mean like stink? Yeah, the stink in the first, like Jackson, for example, or like first season. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but his first season he gets 14 goals, second season 10 goals, and you're like, you give him another chance.
No, like the second season.
Okay, no, you're same as me then. Yeah, you're same. Okay, that's how I do.
Yeah. That's 3 seasons. I wouldn't give him 3 seasons.
Okay, for some reason in my head, I thought you meant like you give him 2 stinky seasons and they'd be okay.
No, absolutely not. That's too long.
I thought it was too long, too.
JC, go on Twitter and look for those people. I can't tell you, man. But yeah, I'm happy with how Neto's been playing now. And I'm happy with this team right now. Like, I know right now I don't want to also like get in over our heads. Like, I'm not gonna, if we win this, I'm just saying right now, if we win this, I'm not gonna get over my head and say, oh, Chelsea are gonna win the Prem now and we're gonna go far in the UCL. My standards is still at the same right now. Like, I'm more confident with what I'm saying, what I was saying before. We're gonna challenge for the league with this team, and that will hopefully make it to the quarterfinals in the UCL. But I'm not going to get in over my head. I'm not going to start thinking that we are actually the best team in the world, because let's be honest.
We can say it. If we win it,
I'll say it. I'll be shameless. I'll say it. Yeah. Will I actually believe it?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I mean, come on. Like,
no,
if
we
were up against Man City, I don't think. No, we can give Man City a run for their money. Liverpool is the one that does make me nervous, for sure. And PSG is obviously another one.
If we win it, though, it's still giving me more like.
It gives me a lot more confidence.
Like, say, I don't know. Say if João Pedro bangs again in that final, I'm thinking this guy could be our striker as well. Like, this guy could be it. So
he's already the striker.
No, yeah, right now as it looks, he does look it. But I do want to see more of him. But yeah, to take those type of goals he had, I don't know. Like, that's just not luck. That's just like him and his ability to do it. I didn't see it before, but. I'm definitely seeing a different João Pedro one I expected.
Yeah, me too, as well. But yeah, I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, how are you guys going to feel about the team after we win? I'll start off with Chris and then we'll go to Scott.
Wait, if we win?
If we win this whole thing, how do you feel about the team?
Like I just said, like I have more like backing into the man and the manager as well. Like I didn't want this manager.
Oh, I'm 100% backing the manager.
Like
I'm not even questioning it anymore.
I feel like he deserves backing now because like this manager, yeah, he did get us the Conference League and I expected it to, but like he got us top 4 and it was definitely like 50-50. Maybe a lot of fans didn't think Chelsea's good enough for top 4. Even a lot of pundits didn't think was good enough to get top 4, and he's got us there. And he's got us to now a final, and you could say it's the easy route, but where's Man City? Where's Inter? Like they're nowhere to be seen. They got knocked down the first round. Both of them did, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so he's done really well. But if he wins as well, that just puts him to another level. I'm thinking this guy deserves some serious backing from the ownership, I think. But yeah, I'd be very happy as well. But yeah, I'd have a bit more like faith into this team. Maybe João Pedro, and like I always rate our midfield anyway, like Kaisedo, Enzo, Lavia, Santos. Those 4 are like really good, like to have. And our defense, I do kind of rate. Like, you know, our fullbacks are literally one of the best in the world, and Colwell is becoming that centre back for me. So, obviously, we need another keeper. That story will never change for me. Never will change, especially under Enzo Maresca's system. He does not suit Enzo Maresca's system playing from the back. Give me Mike Maignan, please.
Bro, if Sanchez gives me 10 games in a row without a mistake, maybe I'll start to think about it.
Nope. He can never undo the. He can never undo the shit that he's done.
He can cure cancer. I want him out still.
No, he would have to actually know Marshall. I tell a lie. There is a way. It will never happen. It will never ever happen. Which I know is why I know I can say this in full confidence. He would have to go an entire season being the best goalkeeper in the league for me to have any like for me to like change my mind on him as a player. Sorry. Entire season being the best keeper in the league, because that's what Raya had to do. By the way, Raya was in not a similar situation.
Yeah, that's true.
But Raya was a good keeper.
He wasn't rated.
Coming from a mid-table team that wasn't that highly rated. There were people that had criticism of him. People now rate him higher because he's just come off the back of being arguably this season the best goalkeeper in the league. In fact, was it 2 years? Was he? Did he get gold? Yeah, last season he got Golden Glove as well. He got it this sort of was joined with Sells this season. I think he was second best. I think Sells was better, but even so, he's in the conversation. He's now in the conversation as one of the best goalkeepers in this league after 2 years of doing it. Sanchez has to do that. Go an entire season. We don't make no mistakes leading to goals. We are not a bozo on a regular basis, on a week by week basis, and play well. Then we can have that conversation.
I agree. I don't think that's unreasonable for him, to be honest, after all the stupid shit he's done. All right, Scott, your thoughts on if we do win this, how you're going to feel about Chelsea, and then we'll go to score predictions and we'll call it a night.
Score predictions.
How do I feel about this team? I feel better in the sense of certain areas. Like, I already feel better about our defense. Like, off the back of this tournament. I think when it comes to our attack, I'll feel a lot better in certain areas. Like, I don't think it changes massively where I think we need to improve. Like, we still need potentially another attacking option. I don't know who or what or where, because
Morgan Rogers.
Yeah, maybe like the whole João Pedro thing has thrown a spanner in the works in a good way in terms of where we thought he was going to play, and where he is now probably going to play, and how that changes things. And obviously with Esteval coming in, we can't now get Kudus. So whether we actually need another right winger, like I don't think we do. I still think we need a keeper. Mike Maignan is there, go and get it. We still need a backup left back, go and do that. Only thing I don't know if we need now is a centre back, just because Tosin has stepped up massively, like across the season. I will admit to being wrong about him. I thought that signing was a waste of time. But it's turned out to be it's turned out to be
Tosin.
It's turned out to be that and Neto has now turned out to be.
Yeah.
But Neto, I'm still going to give it more time to show if he can do it across the season. That Tosin business is the best piece of business. It's the only good piece of business as we are currently sat here talking on, for me, the 10th of July. The only good piece of business outside of that window, or coming out of that window. So I'm kind of fine with him and Cole as the set-up partnership next season, as I said, as long as there's a Maignan in goal. But yeah, it doesn't really change too much. I still think we're a little ways off a title challenge. But I think if we win this, we're probably closer than we thought. Like, I think if we win this, there's a conversation of, okay, are we the third best team in the league next season? Or can we be the third best team in the league?
Yeah, I agree with that one, for sure. I agree with that one, 100%. Okay. Score predictions for the final on Sunday, because, let me think. I don't think I'll be having another stream until, not even Sunday, because Sunday I'll be away. I'll be reacting to the game.
Are you going to the game?
Unfortunately, I can't. It fucking sucks. Yeah, I can't make it. So we're going to lose. I'm kidding.
Hey, don't you dare say that like that. Don't badmouth it.
Yeah, no. I can't make it to the game because I have a gig that I committed to like months in advance, and I'd be an absolute dickhead.
Marshall's loyal.
I am loyal. I'd be Scott's favorite term. I'd be bin juice if I don't go. So I'm gonna go to Philly early and watch the game at a Chelsea bar. So that's the next best thing. So I'll at least still watch and be amongst Chelsea fans. In terms of me, I'll start it off with a score prediction. I think it's gonna be a thriller. I'll be honest with you. I think Chelsea. I'm gonna back my team because I really think we can win. But I'll say this: Chelsea will win 3-2.
You genuinely honestly think we could win it? Like, definitely win it like that? I know we can.
I think we can. I think we can. Like, I really think we can score goals. Like, I think we'll be able to score 3 goals or whatnot. Like, I think this team is capable of scoring 3 goals against PSG without Pacho. I think we can definitely give them a run for their money. We will create chances. We'll create plenty of chances as well. But it's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna, like, I say 3-2. I don't want to make it sound like it'll be an easy task. It's gonna be very, very difficult. And I love how the Nacho is in my chat saying delusional when this man finished 15th place, 16th. I don't even know anymore.
Wait, what is the Tottenham fan?
No, he's a United.
Stupid United fan.
Oh, he said 17th.
Who's only signed Cunha this
I
whole
mean,
window.
You guys bottled Tottenham. I want to hear
you thought you were gonna beat Tottenham in Europa. Talk about delusion.
You know that.
You're worse than them. Anyways, I'm gonna give the team 3-2, and we'll see how it goes. It's not gonna be easy because I know 3 sounds difficult, but I don't want to go for the generic 2-1, 2-0, like 1-0. No. Like, I don't think it's gonna be that kind of a game either. I think we're gonna go back and forth.
Could be wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild game. Scott, and then we'll close out with Chris.
I don't know what to go with. I don't know whether to
It's
go
a tough
my
one.
heart or my head, man.
I went with the heart for this one.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, we could win it. I'm not saying we can't. We can.
I'm confident. I'm more confident than I have been this entire season that we can definitely give them a run for the money and that we can definitely possibly win. I still think they're a better team than us, but I think we. Yeah.
Fuck. I'm gonna say.
Totty.
Oh, see. If it goes penalties, we're losing.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Have faith, man.
Bring back Kepa. Bring back Kepa.
No, not with that. Not with that.
Not this last shootout, man. Tainted him.
Not with this. Well, not with an absolute bozo goal. I'm gonna say. Do you know what? I might match you, Marshall. I'm gonna go with my heart, and I'm gonna say 3-2, Chelsea.
Okay. We're in this together. Chris.
The thing is, if we win, I think it'd be like. It could be 3-2, like you just said, but like.
If we all go 3-2, that'd be hilarious.
I think if Chelsea do win, it'd be 2-1, but my head is telling me. I don't know, weirdly, like 4-2 PSG. Like extra time, maybe.
You think 4-2? Wait, you think PSG scored 2 goals?
No. Oh, I mean, yeah. Sorry. If it does go to extra time,
wow,
yeah.
I don't think we'll capitulate. Like
I just have a weird feeling. I don't know. Just they win it 4-2 or something. Just we'll score a couple of goals for sure. I think you
want to know why?
Guys who can score a goal.
I told this to myself earlier.
I'm just worried about like Sanchez playing from the back or someone fucking up. Like the way they press is nasty. Like what they done to Real Madrid. I know they played badly, but like I don't know, they just smashed them like 4-0 like that. Like I know that's just unnoticed. Like they scored a goal with 9 men against Bayern Munich as well. Like they scored a goal with 9 men. Like this team is scary good. They just had to get rid of Mbappe and all that, and then they become a really good team. Like it's crazy, but yeah, I just have a weird feeling. Not weird feeling, but like bad feeling we're gonna lose 4-2, but I hope like we can win. I'm not saying we can't. We definitely can win. If it's on our day, we can win it.
Bro, if I hear Vinicius prop in this tournament, shut up.
But
He's been so bad this tournament.
Who's been bad?
So bad. Vinicius.
Oh yeah,
I'll be honest.
Shit, this tournament.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. There's probably a genuine argument. It's definitely a conversation for another day. But there's probably a genuine argument that they should bin him off. That all they should think about binning him off instead of Rodrigo. Like if they were to keep Rodrigo, have Rodrigo on the right hand side and Mbappe on the left, and that Gonzalo Garcia kid in the middle.
Who would Vinny go to then?
A better balance than what they had last season.
Mm-hmm. What did you say, Chris?
I said, who would Vinny go to? Like what? Man City?
Who gives a shit? Saudi.
I don't know.
Saudi. Nah, I can't imagine his like stats.
What do you mean?
He's young still.
So Duran went to Saudi.
I know he's not performing well as lately, and I think that's
plenty of young players went to Saudi.
I don't know, man.
You don't think Vinny likes money? That man goes flashing around all his fucking chains and and nice cars all the time.
He can get money where he goes. I feel like he can go to like Man City and get money, but like I don't know. I feel like it's an Mbappe curse at this point. Like look at PSG. Mbappe's gone. Look at PSG now. PSG go to not PSG. Mbappe goes to Real Madrid. They fall apart in their attack. Their attack looks way worse now.
No, I don't know. I was thinking about this too.
It was good before it. I'm just.
I was thinking about this too in terms of for the reason I'm picking 3-2 is because I feel like we'll concede first, but what I like about this team now is that, and the Benfica was a great example of it, right? Bro, we won't put our heads down anymore. Like this team will actually fight and go for the equalizer, you know? So I think it'll be a back and forth where at no point we're winning, and then we manage like an 80th minute goal to make it 3-2. Like we're just gonna go back and forth.
Wait, we're winning 3-2 90 minutes.
Well, yeah, 90 minutes. Yeah, that's the
not extra
score.
time. Yeah. No,
not an extra time. Not an extra time. I don't think we go into extra time. I think we finish at 90. It'll be fucking tough, but yeah. I really think them not having Pacho is a big miss.
I mean, that is a miss. Hopefully, yeah, like
we're not missing anyone, right?
Outside of maybe Lavia, which we don't know. No.
For an injury, yeah. So we're going there pretty fully fit. Like, and even with Lavia gone, like we have Santos, who I think will do a job, considering he has played against PSG in the French league, so he knows PSG. Like he's not familiar with PSG.
Luis Enrique's got this PSG team as well, like just clicking.
Yeah,
like, I wish we did get him like when we got obviously Poch, but like he just didn't like our ideas, and like he told us basically.
Wanted 2 new wingers when we had Modric and Madueke at the time, by the way.
Yeah, he just saw like, nah, these wingers ain't it.
Yeah.
We should have listened. But I mean, we've got Enzo Maresca who's looking good.
We did. And I'm happy with Enzo. So if we win, I'm happy with Enzo. I'm not even going to think about Luis Enrique at that point.
This guy deserves backing if he wins 100%. It. Like, serious.
Yandu, if you're still in the chat.
Oh, 100%, by the way. Yeah, that's another point, by the way. You talked about, like, what does it mean for the club in terms of winning this Club World Cup? Enzo Maresca, in terms of what he did, like, you consider the complete lack of backing he was given from the sporting directors and owners prior to this tournament. Like being given Saar, and it's not me talking down on these players, it's just like you look at their positions in the squad. Saar, Asugo, Delap, like that's what they did. That's what they did to prepare for this Club World Cup. Go and look at what other teams did. Whether it worked or not is a different matter, but go and look at the preparation other teams did in terms of whether that be Al Hilal, got Inzaghi in. Also got a couple of other players in, I think. Man City obviously got all those players in. I'm trying to think of other teams that got players in. I'm trying to remember the other teams, honestly. There's been so fucking many of them. I think that Bayern got a player or two. Anyway, like, teams have tried to, like, get players in for this tournament. We got Delapin, who's played, 2 games? 3 games? And it's been okay. It's been decent, but okay. Then they got Pedro in, who's been incredible. Outside of that, like, we've seen Asugo for 30 minutes. We've seen Saar for like 5. Those are the guys we brought in to prepare for this tournament. So we came into this tournament with the same team basically as last season. We came in with 2 wingers, one of which has done nothing in the entire... Well, we came with 3 wingers, one of which has played like 30 minutes. Another one's done quite literally fuck all in all the games he's played and is about to be sold. And the third winger has been the best player at this tournament for us. We came into this tournament with 2 strikers, one of which has been shit most of this last season, and the other one's new. And we managed to make it work. We came into this tournament with Robert Sanchez in goal, and he hasn't looked like a complete bozo every single game. We came into this tournament with our right back, or our backup right back, who's played like 2 or 3 games, like on bozo shit. And again, he hasn't cost us yet. He might have been terrible most games, but he hasn't cost us. Like, Enzo Maresca deserves massive, massive, massive props. Yeah, you could count Santos, I guess, but like, he deserves massive props for what he's done this tournament. Like, massive props.
Yeah. No, I agree, dude. So, like, I know someone asked in the timeline, oh, does he surpass Tuchel's legacy? No.
We had a conversation the other day. I'd say for me, he's 6th in terms of all-time Chelsea managers. He's currently 6th.
We've had a lot, yeah, like, just coming for a year or so, yeah, like, I can...
The only 5 that are ahead of him in order is Di Matteo, because, sorry, like, nothing will top that winning that first Champions League. I don't care how the rest of the season went. Di Matteo is... Shit, who was 5th? Oh, no, that's Di Matteo in 5th. It's then whatever order you want to put them in, Conte, Ancelotti, Tuchel, and Mourinho.
Not simply Frank and Lampard.
And I'll be honest, I'll be honest, the only thing for me he can do to get ahead of those 5 is win a Premier League or Champions League. The moment he does one of those, he goes above bare minimum Di Matteo, probably Conte as well. I'm gonna be honest.
If he wins the Series trophy, I actually really like Conte, but it's obviously second year was just it didn't go so well. But yeah, like he takes over Conte for sure if he wins the Series trophy, like a Premier League or Champions League. Easily,
in my opinion. I think if he wins the UCL, he goes above Tuchel.
I don't know.
That's coming from someone who's a Tuchel fan.
If he wins Club World Cup and Champions League, you're saying?
Yeah.
No, if he wins the Champions League, then yes. If he wins the Club World Cup and Champions League, yes, he goes above Tuchel.
Yeah, I mean, like, definitely, like, I can see it for that one, but like, if he doesn't win Club World Cup and just Champions League,
Jose and Ancelotti is still tough. Like, you gotta win the Prem. You have to win the Prem for that one.
It's early to say. He'll probably never pass Jose. No one's ever going to pass Jose.
No one's going to pass Jose. 2 Prems? Like, come on now.
Like, Tuchel did not get back to that attack either, by the way. He got Kai Havertz, I guess, and Pulisic he had, and then you had Mason Mount, who was actually good for him the first year or so. And then you had Timo Werner, he flopped, sadly.
Same way, Tuchel was my guy. But
the other thing about the Jose thing, just quickly, is it's not just the winning stuff, it's the culture he brought to this club.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, he will. No one's going to surpass him for that reason.
Yeah, I agree with
that's
that.
Fine.
I don't
no
think
one
it's difficult. Yeah.
No, Jose, yeah.
Unless this guy literally wins like back-to-back, wins the UCL, then wins back-to-back.
Yeah, like he's next Pep.
He's got to be like ridiculous because then he would be starting the new culture. I would assume like fucking A.
I don't know. I feel like Jose's always been number 1 for me in the heart.
He's clearly Jose. Like, that'd be insane, but I don't think that's gonna happen. There's no way. Yeah.
Premier League's gonna be unpredictable at times. Like next season, probably.
I guess that's a good step. But yeah, even in my opinion, if he wins the Club World Cup, I would put him over Di Matteo. I know Di Matteo was there for the UCL, but I still think that was Jose Mourinho.
I can't. It's our first Champions League.
Nothing gets above that.
No, the shit we was in, like no.
But I don't really like giving credit Di Matteo. I don't really give.
He's
credit.
Not the greatest man, but
definitely deserves credit.
What he did, we wasn't like 3-1 down against Napoli when he came in.
He deserves credit.
I just feel like that team had Jose's handprint all over it.
Scott, when we were 3-1 down against Napoli in the knockout stages when AVB got sacked.
We were 3-1 down.
Because I was still kind of like, I was in school, but like, I'm trying to remember it. Like, Yeah, we were 3-1 down, and I remember Ramirez's goal and stuff like that. But yeah, like Di Matteo, man, like he gave us our first Champions League. I can't, not yet.
Jose did. I'm giving that to Jose. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about that one. Yeah,
it wasn't vibes. What are you talking about? It wasn't vibes at like. No, it's serious. What are you talking about? Vibes is like under Poch or something. It's just go with the flow. Like we get these high scoring like score lines. That's not.
Poch literally was vibes.
It was bad vibes too, but like
Poch literally was vibes.
But we had 4-4 against Man City. That was a great game.
Poch honestly was vibes.
Like, come on, do not put Di Matteo as vibes. Like that was like serious shit. What we saw.
But yeah, that's it, guys. That's the show. Ladies and gents, be sure to smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. We're going to raid out to Sarcasm City, so if you haven't done so already, go ahead and copy the raid message that's going to be showing up in a few seconds in the chat. Yeah, smash up the like button, helps us out tremendously. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you're new here, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Big up to every single one of you that help us get to 3.5 as well. And on our way out, we have memberships. Check those out. There's 4 different tiers starting at 99p. And if you are a proper casual and higher tiered member, we're going to give shout outs to you guys, and that's going to go out to Daniel, TM127, EE, Dark Agent, A Soliman. Big up to you guys for your support as always. And lastly, ladies and gents, we'll be back again Monday, because I won't be able to stream my reaction to Club World Cup unfortunately until Monday. So Monday we'll be here to react to the Club World Cup, and hopefully it's a W. I know it's going to be late too. It's going to suck, but hey, it is what it is.
What time's the game?
The game's at 3. I'll be late with my reactions, what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the game's at 3 my time, so it's going to be 8 o'clock you guys' time. Right?
Yeah,
6, 7, 8. Yep. So yeah, big up to every single one of you. Y'all have a wonderful night. And as always, stay casual, up to Chelsea. Let's win the Club World Cup. Peace.